yesterday by receiving a single fifth-place vote. Nugget center Nikola Jokic won in a landslide. The Mercury play the LA Sparks tomorrow for their final preseason game. Regular season play starts Tuesday against the Las Vegas Aces. The D-backs on the field against the Reds, pursuing the series sweep. They enter the game at 17-20 on the season. I'm Frank Garrity on Fox Sports 910, available everywhere on the free iHeartRadio app.
Now your chance to win $1,000. Just enter the nationwide keyword Shaq at foxsports910.com. That's Shaq at foxsports910.com.
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, now playing only in theaters.
It's the Parker & Sons Weather Center. For all your AC, plumbing, and electric needs, call Parker.
For your Thursday, mostly sunny skies, temperatures in those upper 80s, low 90s for today. Could see some breezier conditions a little bit later on this afternoon. And then for tonight, clear skies with those overnight lows dipping into the low 60s. For the Fox 10 Weather Experts, I'm Ty Brennan.
This report is sponsored by Brake Masters.
The open road is the one place you need to be in control at all times. There's a surprise around every corner, and Brake Masters takes that seriously. Get your vehicle in Brake Master shape today. Download coupons and schedule an appointment from your smartphone.
Brake Masters.
Calling all sports with Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. Proudly sponsored by On Air Sports Marketing and is powered by the injury attorneys Lerner and Roc. In Iraq and need a check? Make one call. That's all. 602-977-1900 and always online at lernerandrow.com. Now time for Calling All Sports with Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B.
You're hot.
Fox Sports 910.
D-backs trying to sweep the Cincinnati Reds, top of the ninth. Seawald in there trying to bang it out and get another win for the Diamondbacks as they're up 5-4 over the Cincinnati Reds for a little day baseball here. Roc and Manuch, Jimmy B with you today here at Twin Peaks Deer Valley. Got the whole crew today, and we got you till 4 o'clock, so we appreciate you hanging out with us today at some point. And we got a lot to get into today. Just a heads up for ASU fans. We will have the head coach, Kenny Dillingham, on at 3 o'clock. So looking forward to that. Later this hour, Scotty Williams, three-time NBA champion, talking some playoffs. We'll also go out to New York and catch up with Brian Mahoney with Associated Press, big-time NBA writer. We can get some word out on what's going on with the Kevin Durant rumors that are flying. And, of course, we got to talk to Howard Balzer, get into some Cardinals as we do every Thursday. But a good day to you boys here at Twin Peaks. Did you prep anything today, Jimmy B? What are you bringing to the table today?
What is prep made?
Okay, well, you didn't bring anything because I noticed you didn't wear a crazy shirt today.
No, you always
did you
rag
work
on me, so I went conservative. That way, I would fit into your genre.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, a therapeutic there, go a little conservative one, so one way or the other, just kind of depending what the bill is.
I'm just chilling out.
One way or the other. I got to tell you what, love to see the D-backs win. Looks like they finally did win this game. They sweep the Reds, go into Baltimore, maybe get 2 out of 3. A red-hot Orioles team. I mean, they got to get their groove on before they start falling back. So nice to see them going to Cincinnati, a struggling Reds team. And
well, they're the same boat as Arizona.
Yeah, they are.
They both had 20 losses entering today, so they're basically the same team.
Well, and it's nice to see Seawald get a couple of nice saves. Now that he's back.
That.
Yeah,
I think that's good. It's that time. It's mid-May, coming on mid-May. You don't want to get too far behind the 8 ball. Definitely don't want to do that for sure. And on top of that, we're waiting for bated breath to see what the fate of one Frank Vogel is going to be, one way or the other. That's the thing
Can I just say something then about your question today? It's your call question of the day.
Which is?
State 48 Roofing, if you'd like me to do it.
Yeah, absolutely, Jimmy. Don't leave us hanging.
We don't. I mean, if we don't want to bother you for the next 3 hours, just sit back, sit in the back seat, make sure your seatbelt's on, and just come along for the ride.
Just head to state48roofing.com. You can follow them on social media by searching #SexyRoofStatus. Here's the question. What should Suns owner Matt Ishbia do with Suns head coach Frank Vogel? If you had a choice, fire Frank Vogel or trade Kevin Durant.
Well, why are you asking Manuch that when I actually
truth
kind of cleaned
be
up
told-
this question?
Truth be told,
okay.
Rock
Rock
did
put
this.
that in there.
Okay.
It's called prep. It's called being part of the show.
Yeah.
You bring stuff to the table.
Well,
Manuch had a good question on there, but I wanted to make it better.
he cleaned it up. He kind of, he had a little pizzazz to
Manuch
it.
is 4 out of the 5 days. It's him.
Uh-huh.
So I figure I got to get it in there so I get paid. So I got the one in there.
Okay.
So if you had a choice,
Yeah.
you fire Frank Vogel or do you trade Kevin Durant? You can do one or the other.
Okay. That's it. I can't give you
No.
an alternative.
No.
Jimmy.
Okay.
That's the question.
Unless
see
you,
the question.
but if you want to create a question someday,
Yes.
more than welcome. Because you have 4 choices on a Twitter
But
page.
here is the problem. When I start typing on the document,
Yeah, Rock.
all hell breaks loose.
No,
Why is that?
things
I have
disappear.
no idea. They disappear.
Yeah, he hits a shift and a type and a whatever, and especially during our show.
So you could do, if that's a problem, you can always email us, the group.
Oh,
Just email
okay.
us or
Okay.
text us, and then
All
we
right.
can put it in there.
Okay,
Yeah.
then that's what I'll do.
Yeah.
So on this question, fire Vogel or trade Durant? Right now, because I just looked at it, trade Durant.
Just now
is
you looked
in-
at it?
Is it? No.
Been there all morning.
No. Manu, shut up, will you? Damn it. Here's the thing. I just checked to see what the latest stats were,
Wow.
and it is Durant, trade Durant over firing Frank Vogel.
What's the percentage, Jimmy?
It was like 60% to 40%.
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty big.
Man, that's
So what's your answer, Jimmy?
So my answer is
Thanks, Jax.
yes.
Got you.
That
You
my
asked him like 5 minutes ago.
I know
my,
we did.
my well, you kept interrupting me, especially Manuch.
Oh.
So my answer would be I would agree with trading Durant if you got very good compensation for him. If he's going to Miami, if Tyler Hero's in the deal, if you tossed in Caleb Martin and a couple of other players plus a first, I might entertain that over firing the coach.
What about, NBA insider Chad Ochocinco?
Yes.
Yeah.
And we'll play some of that a little bit later. Him coming out with a report the other day that if everything does work out, he could end up to the Miami Heat
Yeah, that's
because they're buddies.
Yeah, and they were. I guess he said that to him in confidentiality. So if it's in confidentiality and you want to put that out there in purpose, wink, wink.
Yeah.
We don't know that.
Well,
We don't know if he said that not to say it. We really
Okay,
don't know that.
he did.
You're assuming that.
Well, he said
Kevin may be playing Chad saying, I want this out here because I want Matt Ishbia to know.
that's where I was
Yes.
going. I said
Yeah.
about accidentally on purpose.
Oh, I don't think it was.
Put
I
that
think it was,
out there.
it was. I think it was planted on
It was
purpose.
set.
Yeah.
No question.
And I think that that kind of stuff. It's just sad where this is going right now with the Phoenix Suns. Waiting on Vogel's future. KD, all the rumors. Is it Miami? Is it the New York Knickerbockers? Is it this? Is it that? Versus guys, the Suns or KD stepping up, going, hey, look, there's a lot of stuff out there. I'm planning. I want to be with this Phoenix Suns team. Or if you're Matt Ishbia or you're James Jones, hey, Frank Vogel's not going anywhere. She said that about a week ago. Now we're left to determine, well, I thought that this was all settled over a week ago at the Matt Ishbia presser, that everybody was coming back, that the band was coming back, that everybody's accountable. What happened to that? Did that just fall by the wayside? Where did that exactly go? Or was it lost in translation with all the code that Matt Ishbia was talking? And that's kind of the sad thing here for the Suns organization. A great organization to have all this hanging out there in the air and that being put out there. I agree with you, Rock. It was put out there by Chad Johnson on purpose. If anybody's listening or interested, I'd be interested in going to Miami from that standpoint. But Jimmy, the question is either fire Frank Vogel or trade Kevin Durant. There's nothing tied to it.
I understand that.
So 52.4%, trade Kevin Durant, and 47.6% fire Frank Vogel. So this could be a 50-50 by the time the day is over.
I think personally, just being in this business as long as I have, I think there's so many people that are just trying to get clicks. I don't believe the big three is going anywhere. I really don't.
agree.
I think this is off-season BS. There's nothing else going on in our city. We are building it up. You got a Diamondbacks team that's under 500. You got nothing else.
Right.
You got football's not till August, right? September. So what else is there to talk about? Really, in this market,
No, I'm with you.
it's a Sunstown first. We all know that. So I think this is a bunch of BS, and we're part of it because we're talking about to start our show today.
I think the thing that's surprising is I really thought this was all settled last week in the presser. And now
I think that presser, it Ispia's in denial of what he has.
Yeah, well, but
it's like he's got a fantasy team that he's playing, and he's like, just having some fun with it, and he doesn't realize that his team's got some problems, and he needs to make some moves.
He mentioned nothing is going to change, nothing to see here. We're moving forward, and then all of a sudden, it's leaking out that, okay, we'll find out the latest on Frank Vogel. Wait a second. I thought that was water under the bridge. I didn't realize that we were going to go down that road again. What we had heard is that he might be getting some new assistant coaches here and there. Kevin Young's done, or I don't know if that fixed anything. But he was specific, unless I heard him wrong, that the big three were coming back. There might be some changes. Who knows what, whatever he meant. But now it's kind of topsy-turvy, and maybe it is, Rob. Maybe it's clicks. Maybe we want attention on the Suns, and we'll let you know about Frank. Well, I thought you let me know about Frank a week ago. Did you not let me know about Frank? He's not going anywhere.
The problem is this is becoming such a story on a national level. Ispia, being a rookie owner that he is, may be pressured to make some move that he may regret down the road. I mean, he was all in to get Durant. They came up. We joked about it. Him being a mortgage guy, he mortgaged the team.
He did
future because of what they did to get Durant as well as to get Beal. So but he may be trying to save face and say, I'm going to ride this out. But I think Vogel would be the guy that makes the most sense if you're going to make a change.
Well,
that would be my answer in a roundabout way for the State 48 Roofing. Get your call question.
Yeah, will you hurry up and get to your answer there, Rock?
Well, I didn't want
Jimmy, we were waiting for you just to get the damn question out, for crying out loud. I went fire Frank Vogel as well, too.
I did. I went trade Durant.
I think the guy, he was fifth in the voting MVP. He's your stud. He's your Horsey and Booker. You can't throw him out if you want to try.
You get something in return for him. And what did we have a discussion on when Gerald Bourguet from PHNX told us on the show? And he said, I'm telling you right now, there was friction in that locker room.
That can be fixed.
It was uncomfortable.
Can it? I don't know about that.
I'd say if I'm the owner, if I bring the
– that doesn't even live here. What's he going to be able to do?
Hey, if he's going to keep these guys, he's going to get his 2 cents worth into these 3 individuals. Say, look, get along, get with it. I'm bringing you guys back, and we're going to advise. So whatever issues you have amongst each other, let's clear it out.
I'm going to say this. I said it before about a week ago. Don't be surprised if Book wants to get traded. And he will. He will. That's how the NBA works.
Yes.
If you're not happy, look, Butler in Miami, he's going to get moved.
Yeah.
It's how it works.
Then he would go against the management, go against everything he's put on the table. If that's
and he's fine. He's been here 9 years, 8 years, whatever.
No, I'm talking about Matt Ishbia, the owner. His context of what would it cost him to flip all of a sudden, trade Booker, trade Durant. You know what I'm saying? He's gone on record saying we're keeping the big 3. Period.
But I don't think he has any say in it.
What do you mean? He's the owner.
Doesn't matter. The NBA is ruled by the players. If he wants to get traded, Book or Durant, they'll get moved.
Okay,
because they'll make it so difficult to stay. I'm telling you, Book is going to ask to be traded. He doesn't want to deal with this.
Hey.
He could go to New Orleans and be the man.
Yeah.
Yep.
He could go wherever, Miami. I mean, New York. People keep saying.
Yep.
Don't be surprised. I mean, look at all the superstars in this league.
Yeah.
When they have issues, the Hardens, the LeBrons, they get moved.
They move.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Thursday. That means we're broadcasting live from one of the 5 Valley Twin Peaks. We are at the Deer Valley location. This is the newest. So take advantage of the 29-degree man-sized draft. We'll continue talking some NBA. Rick Carlisle initiating their needs. There's not a consistent balance. And are we buying the small market versus the large market conspiracy theory? We'll get into that next. It's Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B here on Fox Sports 910.
Get ready for double the fun on the 101. Introducing the Salt River Rewards Program at Casino Arizona and Talking Stick Resort, the Valley's newest and best. With multiple tiers and endless benefits, we've got something for everyone. Don't miss out on the excitement. Salt River Rewards, the Valley's premier player rewards program, now at Casino Arizona and Talking Stick Resort. 2 properties, 1 amazing club, offering limitless fun on the 101. Discover the best in the Valley at saltriverrewards.com.
Enter for a chance to win G2G protein bars for an entire year. Text G2G to 59925. You'll receive a confirmation text. Standard message and data rates apply. Text G2G to 59925. G2G protein bars. Fresh, healthy, and delicious. Now available at Costco.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, historic rivalries tip off with shareable bites, and every shot you take is a game winner. All season long, you're balling with 29-degree beer, courtside seats, and scenic views. I mean, where else can you pair wall-to-wall hoops with hard-to-find whiskey? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Stick around after the sun sets. Twin Peaks is open really late. Wind down with bourbon and late-night bites.
Is it time for an all-in-one wireless printer with tons of connectivity options? With Document Solutions of the Valley, you can buy, lease, or rent models that work off of your smartphone. Call 623-252-8282. Document Solutions of the Valley. Our service can't be copied.
There's something that binds us all. The constant hunger to improve. The obsession with every detail. And the reward of a custom fitting taking your game to a whole new level. We're all bound by 2 words said by golfers worldwide. Schedule your fitting at Vans Golf Shops. Find your local store at worldwidegolf.com. Get there.
You give and you give. It's time to get with Straight Talk Wireless. You get a reliable 5G network and unlimited data and a Samsung Galaxy A14 included with the activation of a Silver Unlimited plan. So you can give your janky phone to your kid.
Switch to Straight Talk. Find us at Walmart and straighttalk.com. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com. Requires in-store activation. Device offer ends 6/9/24. Taxes and fees apply.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ziprecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ziprecruiter.com/free.
It's Thursday, and the guys are live at Twin Peaks Deer Valley, located in the Deer Valley Town Center. Time for today's play of the day, courtesy of Document Solutions, leading the Valley in business solutions for copier and IT service. Their service can't be copied. 623-252-8282. Now let's get to the play of the day.
All right, it's going to be the sounds of the day from last night. And officiating is always a talking point when it comes to the NBA playoffs and even in other sports, but it's even more so when there's close games. And then it's even bigger when there's a big market versus a small market team, and the conspiracy theories are inevitable, correct? I mean, it's just unbelievable. And as this series between the Knicks and the Pacers continue, it's just going to get worse. It's absolutely, I think, it's going to get worse. And we saw some of it last night. We saw some of it the day before or the game before. And I thought it was interesting to hear Rick Carlisle, who was ejected last night, and ironically he got ejected on a call that was in favor of him and then got turned with a double dribble. And here he is after the game kind of breaking it down and even getting into the whole big market small market conspiracy theory.
I'm always talking to our guys about not making it about the officials, but you know, we deserve a fair shot, you know, and it's just not there's not a consistent balance, and that's disappointing. So give New York credit for the physicality that they're playing with, but you know, their physicality is rewarded and ours is penalized, just, you know, time after time. And so I'm just really no, you got to make a stand for your guys. You know, you got to stand up for what's right and what's not right, and that was it.
Rick Carlisle, after last night's loss, I know some of the talk shows today, which most of them are based in New York, were kind of ripping him a little bit, saying they were disappointed with Rick Carlisle to come out and kind of go down this road. I agree with him. I totally agree with him. I mean, the NBA wants the Knicks in there so bad. It's been so long. It's good for the game It is so good for the game. And when they are using comparisons of Willis Reed last night, because it was 54 years to the day that, he was injured and played and had a remarkable game like Jalen Brunson did to come back from his injury. I mean, they're calling it, one paper, the New York Post had read all about it. The other one had the Jalen Brunson game. And then the other one, Willis Brunson. I mean, this is what the NBA wants and needs so bad.
But Indiana had a chance to win. You had Brunson. You had guys who were dinged up an inch with Brunson. They had a chance to come back. I mean, they got rebounded by 10, especially in that last 5 minutes. They got rebounded by 9 rebounds, okay? I understand where Rick Carlisle is going. By the way, he has sent in 78 calls of complaints these first 2 games. 78. What good's that going to do? Okay. Hey, Rock and I had Tim Donaghy on a few times when his book came out. And a lot of this stuff, you see it, big market. We called for this, we called for that. It's unfair. Whatever it is, I hate to tell you, deal with the hand you're dealt. Play with the hand you're dealt. You can do nothing about it but go win on the court no matter how fair or unfair it seems. Go play the game. You had your chances to go ahead and make a run. How about the 12-0 run by the Knicks? How about get a stop with that? I mean, I hear this, I see this, I'm like, Rick, okay, I feel like you're better than that, Rick Carlisle. Keep it under wraps. You know what? It was a tough day. We didn't agree with some of the calls and move on. This is on us. And even some of the Indiana Pacers players, look, that's on us. The officiating, yeah, it hurt us at times, but I just, I thought that was uncalled for. I thought that Rick Carlisle was better in that in his reference to going that far with the call.
I'd like to remind all of the national pundits who've been screaming about this big market, small market. Wasn't it only just a few years ago the Milwaukee Bucks won the NBA championship over the Phoenix Suns, and the Phoenix area is 3 times the size of the Milwaukee area. But that never came up. Never came up at all. Look, I understand that they try to use that. Look, Oklahoma City was in the finals, but they lost to Miami when they were there with their big 3, when they had Westbrook, KD, and James Harden. They were in the NBA finals. Small market teams can win in the NBA, but they're going to claim that because of what Rock stated, that everybody wants to see Boston, New York.
Yeah, Rick Carlisle.
They do.
They do.
I do.
Yeah.
I don't want to see Thunder and the Pacers.
Yeah, I know.
Who wants to see that?
And I agree, Rock. We all want to see the Knicks. Hey, they're finally back after how many years?
Exactly.
And then you got whoever comes out of the West. Is it Minnesota? All right, whoever it is. I agree with all that. But for Rick Carlisle to have that kind of a rant raid, look, Rick, we get it. We all see it. But for you to expound on it, I thought it was just wrong.
But if you're a player for the Pacers, you want your head coach to put his neck on the line, don't you?
Yeah. The technical gets kicked out. Even Halliburton said after the games, look, it wasn't because of the calls. We had an opportunity. We only scored 18 points in the third quarter.
That is correct.
We should have got a stop. They go on a 12-0 run. We needed to make a stop.
But you're watching the game, as we all are. The officiating's horrible.
It's
for both sides.
The
fact that it even got to that double dribble, which wasn't a double dribble.
It was not a double dribble.
I mean, it's just an inadvertent whistle. How does that happen?
I know.
That's such BS.
Well, you get inadvertent whistles sometimes in the NFL as well.
Yeah.
That does
happen. And it's a very physical New York team and a very finesse team in Indiana. All right, go be more aggressive. Go pound the boards. Go throw a forearm shiver. If you're not happy with the officiating, go challenge them. Go take it to the court, get some rebounds, and show them more physicality. Basically, you got the Knicks, playing a little bully ball. Not quite the Detroit Pistons from circa 1985.
No, not like that.
But that's their game. That's Thibodeau's game. Defense, getting your grill, get the rebounding, mixing some shots, and then just out hustle and out physical those teams that are there.
Here's Charles Barkley saying that New York is overrated, but he likes the street meat.
If the Knicks win, that'll be good. You care who wins, cut it out. I don't care who wins, but I will tell you what, I would love to see them get their ass stomped by the Celtics. That'd be great. Then you care who wins. I'm just saying, whoever wins this series is going to get stomped by the Celtics.
Well, you said you'd be happy to see it.
Yeah, because the New Yorkers, y'all deserve it. Well, y'all think y'all the greatest thing since sliced bread? So Chuck. Come on, y'all ain't that good in New York. What else, Chuck? Come on, man. Y'all overrated. What else, Chuck? It's because y'all make good pizza and good bagels. And what else, Chuck? And what else, Prime? Hey, hold on, Chuck. Don't forget about. So, you know, they can't, I ain't gonna say anything bad about the street meat. I love the street meat.
The New York Knicks.
I don't care what kind of meat it is either. It tastes good.
Even if you have no idea it is. What
Rats, dog, skunk, raccoon. It tastes good. Just put that white sauce on it.
That's inside the NBA last night on TNT. You know, Charles, I mean, I know where he's going with that.
Yeah.
I mean, he hated New York being a Sixer for as long as he had. And I love it. I mean, what I love more about it is it fuels the New York fan like Schubert. It just fuels him because it makes you not like. Yeah, see? Now I got to hear this.
Oh, yeah. 2-0 against the Pacers. See you in Indiana, Rick. Don't care. Send all the calls you want to the league office. See you in Indiana. Up 2-0, baby.
So before you say whatever you're going to say, Jax, you're going crazy that you got breaking news or something. The only thing that would be big for you to break into our show that Durant got traded or Vogel got fired. Is it either one of those?
The Suns have fired Frank Vogel.
Very good.
According to Woj.
Thank you. That's good.
There we are.
That was the only way. I know, but dude, here's the deal. Here's the deal with our show.
Good job.
Here's the deal with our show. I could care less when we break that news. I could care less. I think that's the biggest problem in our industry. Everybody wants to break the news. And a lot of times it's great, but who cares who gets it first?
He's not breaking, he's reporting.
I was
the
just
news.
to see
He's
your
reporting.
reaction.
He's
I
reporting.
wanna see
I'm not surprised.
He didn't break it. He reported that.
We just said
Frank
now you
Vogel-
have to change our that's a pain in the ass. You could have waited till 4 o'clock.
Yeah, now the
when we
poll
were
question.
done.
We need a new one, boys.
Yeah,
in the
do
break,
you-
let's get a new poll question.
Do you agree with the Suns firing
1 minute?
Vogel? Yes. How great is
Yes
it? We
or
got
no? Yes or
Scott
no?
Williams. He probably doesn't know unless he's listening. Typically he listens before he comes on.
yeah.
So Scotty, just so you know, Coach Vogel was just fired. He's a scapegoat.
Yeah, totally.
He was a total scapegoat.
I agree. Yeah. Wow, how things change in a week. The band's coming back together and you fire him.
So nothing's going to happen to the general manager, the guy who went out and got these players.
As of now.
At the moment. And the owner of the team, a newbie owner, was put between a rock and a hard place between his players and the head coach. So just like Darvin Ham, who took the Lakers to the Western Conference Finals last year and lost to the defending NBA champion Denver Nuggets on 2 buzzer beaters, he gets the axe. Frank Vogel's situation is different because they got swept and they did not look good against the Denver Nuggets as well. He is gone.
And the Suns fire him after winning 49 games, which is pretty strong.
Yep.
They had the 3rd highest payroll and tax. They're swept in the first round. Now it looks as though the leader, at least according to some reports, is Budenholzer.
Go get him.
He's
Go
from
sign him.
here. Makes some sense.
That's right.
We'll see. All right, Scott Williams. We'll talk about it next. Frank Vogel out as the Suns head coach.
Clear. This is what's trending on Fox Sports 910 Phoenix.
Well, Sewald notched his first save since returning to the lineup as the D-backs beat the Reds 5-4 to get the series sweep. Cardinals linebacker B.J. Ojulari will wear the number 9 after giving rookie receiver Marvin Harrison Jr. his original jersey number 18. Rookie minicamp gets started tomorrow. The Suns' Kevin Durant showed up on the final voting tallies for league MVP yesterday. He got a single 5th-place vote. Nuggets center Nikola Jokic wanted a landslide. The Mercury play the L.A. Sparks tomorrow in their final preseason game. Regular season play starts next Tuesday against the Las Vegas Aces. I'm Frank Garrity on Fox Sports 910. Available everywhere on the free iHeartRadio app.
Hey, this is Kelly Cooper. Are you ready for the ultimate sports experience? Look no further than BKD's Backyard Joint. At BKD's, we're not just a sports bar. We're the destination for the best food, drinks, and sports experience in the Valley. Located at the corner of Pecos and McQueen and Chandler, get ready to score big on fun and flavor. Only at BKD's Backyard Joint, where every day is game day. Check us out online at bkdsbackyard.com. That's bkdsbackyard.com.
Fogco, the Valley's original manufacturer of high-pressure fog systems, has been cooling their customers for over 35 years. Fogco provides their customers with results that exceed their expectations, with reliable misting and fogging solutions that you can count on all summer long. Head to fogco.com.
I'm attorney Kevin Rowe. I often get asked, how can Lerner & Rowe effectively handle DUI and criminal cases when you guys are a personal injury law firm? The answer is simple. We're good at it. Lerner & Rowe Law Group is a separate law firm from Lerner & Rowe Injury Attorneys. Our criminal defense attorneys have represented thousands of clients across the state. And with our affordable payment plans, you can get the defense you need immediately. If you've been wrongly charged with a crime, time is not on your side. We're available to help you 24/7.
Lerner & Rowe is the way to go. Call 977-1900.
Arizona's largest locally owned A-plus BBB rated towing company is All City Towing. They're always looking to add motivated and competitive team members. Do you fit the bill? If so, head on over to allcitytowing.com/careers for more information.
When it comes to men getting a vasectomy, you want to ensure you go to the experts. So call Purely Vasectomies. Purely Vasectomies. They're easy, comfortable, and convenient. They have single appointment options with a same-day consultation and vasectomy. Plus, there are 3 Valley locations. Their experienced specialists take the time to answer all your questions. They offer sedation to keep you comfortable, and most men can return to work next day. Call Purely Vasectomies at 844-NO-SPERM.
This week's Marketers Report, we hear about the importance of local radio from Allison Griffin, Head of Marketing at State Farm.
iHeart has such a broad broadcast reach that is local, and for us to be able to touch customers with a local feel but at a national scale is so efficient and important for us.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, trusted influencers, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
DQ presents how to officially start your summer. Step 1, head to the perfect spot to kick off the season, DQ. Step 2, try the new Summer Blizzard menu. I mean, summer is right there in the name. In Step 3, dig into flavors like new peanut butter cookie dough party,
He's good,
peach cobbler, and more. Because with treats like these, every bite feels like you're starting summer off right. But don't wait. These flavors are only around as long as summer is. Make the season official with the new Summer Blizzard menu, only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Check out what DraftKings has to offer this season with code SPORTS, because life's more fun when you're in on the action. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Age and eligibility restrictions apply. Void where prohibited. See DraftKings.com for details.
Brunson's really having to work here. Scores. Wow. And one.
You're hot.
Brunson.
As the news just breaking that Frank Vogel has been dismissed as the Phoenix Suns head coach. First reaction, Scotty, right out of the gate. Coach fired.
Well, I'll tell you guys. I literally just got back from Mexico. You know, I got sand in my shoes. I've done nothing but eating chips and guacamole and fish tacos for the last 6 days, and I couldn't have picked a I guess tougher time to come on with you guys. I like Frank Vogel. I did not want to see him get fired. I was hoping that they would probably try to give him one more year to figure out this chemistry issue on this basketball squad. But one thing I know about Matt Ishbia is if he sees an opportunity to make a change for the better with his squad, that he's going to explore those opportunities. And I don't know if they hired anybody yet or if they got somebody tabbed to come in and replace him. But you got to believe with all of the moves that he's made in his, let's call it 14, 15 months that he's been the captain of this ship, he has been aggressive in making moves. So this kind of fits with that profile.
The other gal that walked in the room and you're dating Vogel is Mike Budenholzer. You know
what? A girl dating?
Well, what? It's like I see. You know, that's a better looking person there that I'm dating.
But he's rumored to get the LA Laker job.
Well, but Budenholzer, maybe they did it today just to jump on that with Budenholzer, who's been available here for a while.
Yeah, you know, obviously both coaches with that championship experience. I think Budenholzer probably comes more from that San Antonio, Greg Popovich line of coaching that's been attractive to a lot of ownership groups. Getting those guys in place, get that kind of that pop model. So I could see with the success Budenholzer had in Milwaukee, winning the championship with young Giannis Antetokounmpo, and having an MVP guy with a, I guess, huge personality like that, be able to come in here and work with the big three personalities of Durant, Booker, and I guess kind of on a second tier Beal as well. So, there's some good opportunities with this roster. Between Grayson Allen and the Boston Beast in that mix, there just needs to be some tweaks kind of down the rest of that roster. And I think the Suns are in a good position moving forward.
Scott Williams is our guest on the Wright Toyota guest line. All right, Scotty. We've had, I guess, reports, and I'll just leave it at that Kevin Durant was unhappy. He seems to get unhappy after every 2 years with whatever team he's been playing with, and was mentioned in a possible trade to Miami. Now, does that look less likely now that they are going to have a brand new head coach? And the report of friction in the locker room as well at the end of the season. Can they get past that as well?
Well, I don't know if there's friction left in the locker room, so I won't speak to that. But I will speak to the fact that with the head coaching change, I would have thought that James Jones and, of course, Matt Ishbia would have weighed in with those guys, Kevin Durant and Devin Booker, to kind of get their, I guess, pulse of how they thought this team needed to move forward. So maybe something came back from those meetings. I'm not going to say that they made a decision based on what players had to say, but it is a players-driven league, so I'd be surprised if they didn't weigh in. If something did come up with Durant specifically, I'd heard the comments he'd made to Chad Ochocinco, which I don't know how much you're going to put that to be gospel, but that would definitely be something there where he would say, okay, they listened to my concerns and they're going to go out and try to find somebody to come in here and put me in best positions on the floor where I feel more comfortable, a chance to help the squad reach its full potential.
Scott, and speaking of that full potential, if they were hiring Mike Budenholzer to use his knowledge of what he would need as a head coach from that particular standpoint to James Jones, if James Jones still has his job after today, let's assume he does. So you bring in a guy like Budenholzer, to your point, was under Pop for many years, won an NBA title in Milwaukee. How much clout do you think that allow him to go try to get the kind of player or players he needs to support the big three?
Well, I think that's very important for these coaches, especially the ones that have the championship experience, to be able to say, I want a hand in say, and what players that we bring in here. He knows what style he likes to coach. He knows the type of players, the mentality that he likes to have on his squad. So I'd be surprised if you take this job and didn't have the ability to weigh in who's beyond his roster.
I'm real curious, are they going to go shopping for a veteran point guard that they believe can lead this team? Because leadership is lacking when they are on the court.
Yeah, I think it's one of the moves that they'll probably look to explore, and getting a guy that can kind of just take the ball out of the hand of the big three for that period of time from top of the key to top of the key. Listen, you don't need a guy that's going to dominate and over dribble the ball in the half-court situation and just try to hit Kevin Durant coming off of down screens and curl screens. But at the same point in time, it does allow Booker, Durant to try to get to the areas of the floor where they feel more comfortable without the basketball, and then do something after they've gotten it and get their guy, I guess, off balance, so to speak, still trying to recover coming off of a pick, a down screen, a curl action. Those are the types of reasons why they can gain their advantages, not having the ball in their hand from from 75 feet away from the basket.
Scott, do you see the big three in any way being dissolved in any now that Frank's been fired, or does this kind of mean that this is going to stay intact because a new head coach is going to come in?
No, I think probably I would think now that the head coach has been relieved of his duties that all options are going to be on the table for this this group to try to improve the roster. I heard some of the enthusiastic comments by Coach Matt Ishbia. The Suns are in good shape, but at the same point in time, it didn't reach the ultimate goal of where we want to be. So I would believe that anything and everything, regardless of position or financial responsibility to the team, is going to be available to be an option. I know Matt wants to win badly from everything that he has said and done, and I would think that now that the head coach has been let go, that every avenue will be pursued aggressively.
So, Scotty, if you're the GM for the day, if James Jones says, here, we'll give you the reins, we'll give you the wheel, to this
And
team,
the salary.
And the salary, absolutely. You got to throw that in there. And the bonuses, if any, to be had. What would you do to get them to vie for a Western Conference title? Jimmy talked about the point guard. And anything in particular you would like to do with your experiences winning 3 NBA championships?
2.
Yeah, you need some glue, guys. There's no doubt about that. I kind of look at what's going on in some of the other places in the league, especially in Minnesota here. Yeah, you have your superstar, but you also have the defenders. You got Karl Anthony Towns and Gobert inside, and a number of the wing players that are getting after guys. So, yeah, basketball is pretty in the for 82 games, and you win a lot of games, you score a lot of points. But when it really comes down to making a move in the playoffs, you got to have those defenders. I mean, just look to see what the Knicks are doing. They've won 6 of the first 8 basketball games, and they got a roster of guys. Jalen Brunson is a solid player in this league, but it's the other guys. Jason Hart with 19 points, 15 rebounds, 7 assists. The kid from the Sopranos, Shinzo. He hit 6 or 12 3-point shots on his way to 82 points. You got that Frankenstein big fella in the middle, goes 14 and 12 last night. You got to have these other guys that I call him Frankenstein. I mean Hartenstein.
Well,
you got to have these other guys. You got to have these other guys though that are willing to play a role and provide that defense and that solid core to go out there and say we don't really care who gets the credit as long as we get the victory. And I think that's what it really. It means to be a championship squad. So they got to have that mentality and find those guys to complement the big 3.
So is it time for a salad? Now you've had all those chips and salsa and guac. You going to mix in a salad now, Scott?
I tell you what, as soon as I get the sand out of my shoes, I'm going to go for a run because I didn't come back with anything. No souvenirs except for the extra 10 pounds around my waist. So I definitely I got to try to do something to get back into shape here. I got to have that beach body ready. How am I going to fit into this Speedo come June when I head to Laguna Beach?
There you go. Scott, thanks for the time, buddy. Appreciate you.
Love you guys. Go Suns.
Scott Williams joining us. He threw out a Go Suns after.
Did.
Is he a coach now? Did he get hired as assistant coach?
Might be.
What's that all
They might
about?
be taking applications, but
when
Budenholzer gets hired.
Big man coach.
Hey, coming up, Football 50. Again, we'll continue talking. Joining Suns have fired Frank Vogel after just one season, so we'll get into that. But I do have Football 50 as a former Major League Baseball player who turns 29 in August. He's going to be a walk-on for the Arkansas football team. Tell you all about that next. Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B.
Time to win some bonus bucks. Listen for your chance to win $1,000. Dollar bills yet. When you hear the keyword at the top of the hour, weekdays from 9 to 5, enter it at foxsports910.com to win. Sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys.
Hey, Arizona, it's your local accident attorney, Kevin Rowe from Lerner & Rowe, where there are no fees until we win your case. Speaking of win, we want to help you bank $1,000, powered by Lerner & Rowe Injury Attorneys. Interact, need a check? Call Lerner & Rowe today, 977-1900.
In the fast lane of life, your fuel should keep up. Time to check out G2G protein bars, your ultimate grab-and-go meal replacement. Whether it's a workday, gym session, or navigating daily chaos, G2G has got you covered. Find them now at your local Costco in the refrigerated section, or explore all 8 fantastic flavors at G2GBar.com. Great tasting and packed with protein, so keep pace with life in the fast lane with G2G protein bars.
Hey, it's Gross. Join me, Bauer, and Jackson every Saturday from 11 to 1 live from the Sportsbook at the CAZ Sports Bar at Casino, Arizona for Take the Points. Powered by the Sportsbook at CAZ Sports Bar.
A homeowner just like you.
Hey.
Decides to fix his roof.
Okay.
He backs up his truck, ties one end of the rope to the bumper and the other to himself.
Smart.
He's working on the backside of the roof until...
What? Wait, no.
Yes, Dad was in tow.
Ooh, was he hurt?
A few bruises and his pride.
Save yourself with State 48 Roofing, offering maintenance, repairs, and replacements. Of course, licensed, insured, and bonded. From residential to commercial. State48roofing.com.
Hey, it's Dom with Venezia's Pizzeria. You know us for delicious family dinners and huge party pizzas. But did you know we are great at feeding a large group too? Our full catering menu has a ton of variety, so everyone will find something they love. And the best part? We don't charge per head. Just tell us how many people you need to feed, and we'll handle the rest. Check out our catering menu at venezias.com. That's venezias.com. Venezias, a family and catering tradition.
The 5-star review. It's as important to contractors as it is to customers. ServiceTitan can help you earn more stars with innovative software features designed to give your customers the most convenient, most modern experience possible. Take it from the guys at Rainforest Plumbing and Air.
ServiceTitan has enabled us to give each service call that personal touch.
We love it because we know who our customers are when they call us, and we even know if they have a favorite technician.
Start earning more 5-star reviews. Schedule a demo today at ServiceTitan.com. That's ServiceTitan.com.
I've always gotten tons of UTIs. Cranberry products never worked for me, and I was desperate for a way to be proactive. I'm Jenna Ryan, CEO and founder of Eucora. We've worked with doctors to develop effective urinary tract health products. Just mix a packet of Eucora with water and drink it when you need support, like right after intimacy. Eucora is helping over 100,000 women stay healthy. Ready to join them? Get 30% off at eucora.com/radio. That's UQORA.com/radio.
It's Thursday, and the guys are live at Twin Peaks Deer Valley, located in the Deer Valley Town Center.
Let's get ready for football!
It's Football at 50, the latest top football story trending this hour. Right here with Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B on Clock 10 and the You're Hot.
Well, if you're a Marlins fan, you may know who this guy is, but I couldn't. Man, I don't know one Miami Marlins fan. Do you guys know anybody?
Don't
it's
know.
Like, oh, hey, my buddy. Oh, yeah, my buddy's a Brewers fan. He's a, he's a Marlins fan. No, I have nobody.
Me
neither. Raise your hand if you're a Marlins fan.
I've never met one.
Wow. Well, Monty Harrison, who was a member of the Angels less than 2 years ago, he's going to turn 29 in August, and he is going to walk on to the Arkansas football team as a wide receiver. Now, he first appeared in the majors with the Marlins in 2020. Only played 32 games. Last year, he wrapped up his 10-year career with the Brewers in Nashville, the AAA affiliate. And he was a 4-star recruit back in 2014. He committed to play at Nebraska, and then the Major League Baseball came calling. He gets drafted in the second round by the Brewers. He decided to go down that road, and now he's saying, all right, I'm going to give up baseball. I'm going to go the football route.
Well,
I think that's great.
Why not?
I heard that we had a couple. There was an outstanding quarterback at Sunday Slope almost about 10 years ago. He went to Major League Baseball, outstanding catcher, played Major League Baseball for like 3 years, said, nah, it's not going to work out. Tough to get to the bigs. Went over to ASU, became a linebacker, played pretty good. And I've seen a couple guys, and I've seen guys out of the military that have given it a shot as well, too.
But that's like 10 years
that's
in
a long
professional
time.
baseball.
Yeah, that's a long time. Who's the veteran that's at cornerback out there? Oh, yeah, that's a 29-year-old guy. But he's got 4 years eligibility.
Yeah, he does.
That's the thing.
And to 29, aren't you pretty much, if you're working out in your best physical
Sure.
condition, that is prime time.
Yeah, it is. It is. But that's rare. But you do see some transitions for former football players that excel in baseball. They just realize, God, I'm not going to go any further. I'm going to go AA, AAA. Why not give this football thing a chance?
The NFL announced yesterday that the day we are looking forward to the most is May 15th.
Yes.
The anticipated schedule
Yes.
of the National Football League.
Can't wait.
One of the most anticipated games of the regular season will be the rematch of Super Bowl 58 with the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers at Levi Stadium. And then there's going to be some AFC, NFC title rematches that'll take place. The Ravens will be at the Chiefs. The Lions are going to be in San Francisco. So they already announced week 1, which Brazil. It's just like, what the, seriously, the Eagles and the Packers.
That's wrong.
And it's going to
September
be
6th.
That is going to be a streaming game.
Can't we just have one opening weekend from any sport that's out there that just say, this is our sport. Let's just have it here for the fans who are anticipating.
Major League Baseball went to Japan.
Exactly.
And opened on the road in Japan.
I mean, I'm like, can we just
Korea.
Put the
Korea.
Can we just put all that on hold? Let's just have our own weekend. I mean, because you're going to go with 5 or 6 weekends over in Europe this year.
Yeah.
And hell, there might be a team over there in the next 5 or 6 years. Wouldn't doubt it.
I will tell you this. I'm making plans right now to go to London, and I'm trying to do it around a football game.
Okay.
So I like that. I don't mind doing that.
Sure.
Okay, if it's in the season.
Right.
But when it's starting the season, on the 6th.
Opening weekend.
Yeah.
That's sacrilegious. Let's keep it right home. I mean, I'm just like, come on, guys. Really?
It's all about the money. You guys know that.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of, and then that, I remember that you get the Cardinals going down to Mexico, taking on San Francisco, and the Chiefs are going to take the Rams on down there, but the field was a mess, so they come back to L.A., and the fires were going on. I mean, just let's just, I get it. Go international, not a problem, but not the opening weekend.
Hey, Football 50 this hour is brought to you by G2G Protein Bars. You can win G2G Protein Bars for an entire year. Today is the last day. Today is the last day of this contest. So text G2G to 59925. You can only do it once a day, so this is your time to do it. That's G2G to 59925, so you can win G2G Protein Bars for an entire year. Now, standard message data rates do apply, as always, and G2G Protein Bars are available right now in the refrigerated section in Costco. G2G. How about that?
Maybe we go send a case to the Phoenix Suns about right now. They're going to chomp on some of those bars and get the energy and get some knowledge as to what direction they're going to go
get
now.
Some good protein in them.
Some good protein. Get some good knowledge. I quite frankly, guys, I think when Budenholzer got fired, I'm just speculating that Ishbia had his eyes on him, and he gave, without saying to anybody, gave Vogel the opportunity. Okay, let me see how far I can take this team. And I think when he saw them falter much in the regular season and then completely falter in the playoffs, I think is that now whether he hires him or not, but I think at that point
I want to ask you that. Why are you so high on that? I mean, you got some inside scoop?
No, I just it's the natural choice.
No, it's not.
Who says it is?
Who says that? Which commentator you
no. This
plagiarizing?
Is me. No, I'm not playing nobody. This is me watching the guy have his success, watching the guy.
He didn't coach this year.
I know he did, and that's why Ishbia had his eyes on him the whole time going.
How do you know? If you talk to Matt and you say, hey, Matt.
I'm speculating.
All right, you need to say that then. You're acting like you're reporting something that you know.
I did say about 3 seconds ago, I'm speculating here, folks.
Because I called you out on it.
No, I didn't. Roll the tape back, if you will. I said
we don't
I'm
have
speculating here that this was something he was looking at from afar. And then if something was there, you got the tape. I just shoot. That's right. He's got the tape. Speculating.
Sorry, tape's not working back here today. Sorry.
Yeah, right. Did you feed the hamsters? You just got on.
But Budenholzer was up for a job last year, and he didn't even make the top 4 candidates. Why do you think Matt Ishbia is going to go back and say, "Oh yeah, he's the guy"?
Who's Budenholzer?
I made it wrong.
Just because he's from Holbrook, Arizona, Holbrook, whatever the hell it is.
He's got a title. Just because he's got just because he's got a title.
I
Did you just say just because?
I think they got to go for somebody else.
He's got a title, an NBA title.
So did Vogel.
Okay,
what happened with Vogel?
Well, do you see who did Vogel coach under Popovich?
3.
And all that, how to win titles, all the above. I mean, seriously.
Stop.
I mean,
why are you so high on this guy? Do you know him?
No.
Any buddies?
Just because he was assistant under Popovich? Come on.
A lot of assistants under Popovich.
Knowledge.
But how do you do it in Atlanta? I mean, he didn't do that well for the Hawks.
Knowledge, experience. I would prefer, not this from Arizona, to have a guy like Budenholzer been there and done that and can handle the egos in the room. Obviously, Frank Vogel couldn't. When you hear about riffs and guys not. I mean, he had how many stars on that Milwaukee team that he handled? Yeah, he did pretty damn good
What?
job.
Giannis. That's
Okay,
it.
that's all you need.
Giannis.
Yeah.
No, you're trying to make a point that Phoenix has 3 superstars. How are you going to handle that? You can only handle 1.
You got Durant. If he's the one
that's
that's
one.
he's
and Booker 2, and Beal 3. You got 3 superstars.
Yeah, you got 1 superstar.
He only had 1 in Milwaukee.
1 superstar, 2 stars. I'll just say that. 2 all-stars. Your superstar is Kevin Durant, not Beal.
So Book's not a superstar?
No,
really?
He's an outstanding.
How's he in the Olympics? He's not a superstar.
How many titles has he won? How many games has he taken over?
How many titles does Durant have? 1?
Durant won 2 because he went to Golden State and they had 4
superstars.
top players.
Who was the MVP of those 2?
why.
Who was the MVP of those 2 titles?
Durant.
Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Superstar, and then you got 2 stars.
No, because Steph Curry was running the point and accepted that role and fed Durant to keep him.
Let me say one more time. Who
I'm
were
just
the
telling you.
MVPs?
I'm just telling. I
Who was
don't
MVP?
give a rat's ass about who was the MVP.
What's the MVP mean?
I'm telling you.
What does that mean?
Yeah,
He
exactly.
he is a superstar. He's a Hall of Famer.
We're not questioning that.
Yeah, but Booker
we're questioning is Booker superstar or not?
He's not a superstar yet. I don't think he's there
yet.
He was an alternate on the All-Stars for crying out loud. And Beal, he's not a superstar. He's a star.
I didn't say he was a superstar, but he's a
you
star.
got a superstar, 2-star. Budenholzer can handle that
How do you know?
I can tell. I know.
If Budenholzer was sitting here at the bar at Twin Peaks, you wouldn't even know
I
who he
sure
is.
would. I know he is. I
Oh,
go over and say,
jeez.
Coach,
Yeah.
hustle you down to Matt Ishmael. Let's get that contract signed right now. Let's go.
God, I hope they don't hire him. Just because we're going to hear your crap for 2 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, he comes in here and the team wins 49 games and still loses in the first and second round. You're going to fire him too?
No, hell no. No.
Why? What's the difference between him and Vogel?
Because he'll have better control. He'll have that team,
even if they win 49 games.
He'll have that team vying for the Western Conference title if they hire Mike Budenholzer.
20.
You quote me on that.
Oh boy.
Vying for the Western Conference
Save
title.
the tape.
Save that tape. And I'm just
NBA
speculating.
writer from Associated Press, Brian
10.
Mahoney's coming up in the next hour. We're out here at Twin Peaks, Deer Valley. It's Fox Sports 910.
Clear.
Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B has been sponsored by On Air Sports Marketing.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, historic rivalries tip off with shareable bites, and every shot you take is a game winner. All season long, you're balling with 29-degree beer, courtside seats, and scenic views. I mean, where else can you pair wall-to-wall hoops with hard-to-find whiskey? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Stick around after the sun sets. Twin Peaks is open really late. Wind down with bourbon and late-night bites.
The Carlisle, Arizona Women's Golf Classic is here May 6th through the 12th with the biggest purse on tour. The best women golfers on the Epson Tour will be at TPC Scottsdale's Champions Course, brought to you by the Carlisle Companies. Get close-up access to the future of women's golf.
If you're looking for the most epic place on earth, let's start at the base of a massive waterfall. Then trek through the thick jungle. Then climb to the peak of a snowy mountaintop. Then once you get there, keep going. Because with intelligent 4x4 and 7 drive modes and a Nissan Pathfinder, the search is the real adventure.
Available feature. Intelligent 4x4 cannot prevent collisions or provide enhanced traction in all conditions. Always monitor traffic and weather conditions.
The Carlisle, Arizona Women's Golf Classic is here May 6th through the 12th with the biggest purse on tour. The best women golfers on the Epson Tour will be at TPC Scottsdale's Champions Course, brought to you by Carlisle. Get access to the future of women's golf. May 6th through the 12th at TPC Scottsdale's Champions Course. Go to CarlisleLPGA.com for tickets. CarlisleLPGA.com. Whatever you do, be there.
Mattress Firm's Memorial Day sale is here. Save up to $500 on select adjustable bed sets like the all-new Temper Adapt collection with advanced pressure relief to help reduce aches and pains. Plus, get a $300 instant gift for pillows and more. Hurry into Mattress Firm today.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go, shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Broadcasting from the Rappy Law Group Studios. This is KTME Phoenix, KESC HD3 Phoenix. Listen on the free iHeartRadio app for all your sports talk, podcasts, and music. Free never sounded so good.
The Suns have fired head coach Frank Vogel after just 1 year at the helm. Phoenix went 49-33 during the season, but were swept by the Timberwolves in the first round of the playoffs. Sun star Kevin Durant showed up on the final voting tallies for league MVP yesterday. He got a single fifth-place vote. Nuggets center Nikola Jokic won in a landslide. Cardinals linebacker B.J. Ojulari will wear the number 9 after giving rookie receiver Marvin Harrison Jr. his original jersey number 18. Rookie minicamp starts tomorrow. Paul Sewald got his first save since returning as the D-backs beat the Reds 5-4 to get the series sweep. I'm Frank Garrity on Fox Sports 910, available everywhere on the free iHeartRadio app.
Now your chance to win $1,000. Just enter the nationwide keyword cash at foxsports910.com. That's cash at foxsports910.com.
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, now playing only in theaters.
This is the Parker & Sons Weather Center. For all your AC, plumbing, and electric needs, call Parker.
For your Thursday, mostly sunny skies, temperatures in those upper 80s, low 90s for today. Could see some breezier conditions a little bit later on this afternoon. And then for tonight, clear skies with those overnight lows dipping into the low 60s. For the Fox 10 Weather Experts, I'm Ty Brennan.
This report is sponsored by eBay Motors. eBay Motors is here for the ride with the parts you need at the prices you want. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they're guaranteed to fit your ride the first time, every time, or your money back. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B is sponsored by On Air Sports Marketing. It's Thursday, and the guys are live at Twin Peaks Deer Valley, located in the Deer Valley Town Center. Calling all sports with Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. Proudly sponsored by On Air Sports Marketing and is powered by the injury attorneys Lerner and Rowe. In Iraq and need a check? Make one call. That's all. 602-977-1900 and always online at lernerandrowe.com. Now time for Calling All Sports with Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B.
You're hot.
Sports 910.
Twin Peaks Deer Valley today. Appreciate you hanging out with us. As the news that came down in the last hour, the Suns have dismissed Frank Vogel as their head coach. And the statement from the president of basketball operations and general manager James Jones, as we said at the press conference on May 1st, team leadership, including myself, Josh Bartelstein, and ownership would be looking across basketball operations to determine what changes needed to be made. After a thoughtful review of the season, we concluded that we needed a different head coach for our team. We appreciate Frank's hard work and commitment. We are here to win a championship, and last season was way below our expectations. We will continue to evaluate our operation, make the necessary changes to reach our championship caliber goals. We all take accountability, and it's my job, along with Josh and ownership, to build a championship team. That was the announcement from the Suns.
Kind of a 360 from the initial presser a week ago, is it not? I mean, it seems as though everything was pretty much hunky-dory. We're going down the road. I didn't hear that. If he said that May 1st and with that kind of profound loquaciousness, if you will, I didn't hear that. I heard they're going to run it back. Everybody, Matt Ishby did say, look, everybody's accountable. We get it.
He did say
I'll be accountable. I just felt that the feeling I got, I think we all did, is they're moving on with who they're at, whether you agree or disagree. Okay, they're going to move on. Go get it. We were talking about, okay, we'll go get a backup point guard. We'll go get this, go get that. Who are they going to get to enhance to help Frank Vogel? We question his defensive coordination, if you will, his strategy, being a defensive guru. But I never heard that kind of tone whatsoever as far as Frank Vogel being on hot seat.
When I first listened to his news conference, I thought this is phony because he was putting on such rose-colored glasses, and he is a person who is hyper, who speaks quickly, and he was stumbling over words because his brain was on fire trying to figure out, what am I going to say here?
He was talking in circles.
He was talking in circles. And look, we all felt, and I think that we were stunned, all of us that work this show were stunned with how that news conference played out.
And I think the fan base saw it as well.
Yes, I agree with you, Rock. Yes, I just think that after things started leaking out that there's things are uncomfortable in the locker room, and then the Kevin Durant situation, talking trade possibility, something was going to take place. And what do? You cannot fire the players. You fire the coach.
I can only imagine that the big three, the players, talked to James Jones and to Matt Ishbia about, nothing against Frank, but here's the good, the bad, and the ugly. And at some point, if the cons outweigh the pros, then at that point, Matt Ishbia or James Jones have got to make a decision. Well, yeah, Frank's a good coach, but anytime you hear that but, and I'm sure that at that point, Ishbia and Jones said, you know what, we didn't hear a ringing endorsement. We heard nice coach, good guy, and they even admitted they faltered. All three of them said they faltered. So at that point, I think Ishbia just kind of looked at Jones and said, we got to make a change. It wasn't getting done. We love Frank to death, but anytime you got that but afterwards. Now, here's my question, guys. Does all of the trade rumor opportunities stop for Kevin Durant now that a change is going to be made?
It's a good question. I would have to answer that as no.
I'm with you.
I think it's going to continue for a while. I don't think the head coach, I shouldn't say this, but I don't think the head coach has that much influence on this team. I just don't. I mean, who knows what Matt Ishbia did? He can bring in Isaiah Thomas, Tom Izzo. I mean, he can bring in some of these other guys, or if you really want to pull at the Suns fans' strings, is bring back Steve Nash. He had a taste with the Brooklyn Nets.
He did.
You bring somebody like that. But Budenholzer is clearly the guy that everyone's talking about. He's the candidate. If you go on different bet sites, he's got the best odds. Then even number 2 is Tyronn Lue. And then Lindsey Harding, who is the Sacramento Kings G League head coach. J.J. Redick's on this list.
Yep.
Denver Nuggets assistant coach David Ottoman is on there as well. Miami Heat's assistant Chris Quinn. So there are some names out there that are being thrown out. But yeah, who is it going to be? Does it really matter? It's going to make any difference than what Rick Vogel did.
By the way,
not Rick Vogel, Frank Vogel.
Lou is under contract for another year with the Clippers.
Doesn't matter. What's that matter?
I get it. I'm just saying. But
he was up. He was up for the Laker job too.
He was, and so was Jason Kidd, and they moved quickly.
Quick on him. He got the extension.
That is correct.
Here's the thing: if the betting websites have him number 2, Tyronn Lue, they know more than we do.
That's correct.
Why would he be on that list?
Buy that.
Jason Kidd's on that list, and he's a former Sun.
You buy the contract out, move on.
Exactly.
I think you look at the players. Ultimately, they're the ones that are going to decide what happens on the court. I just think that there's a lot of work to be done besides the big three. You got to get more scoring on the bench. To Jimmy's point, his Christmas wish maybe comes true when whomever is the new head coach, that they go get a point guard or backup point guard, because I can't imagine a new coach coming in going, what the hell? And looking at this from afar, every one of these coaches knows the Suns inside and out. So at that point, it's how much bring an experienced coach in or whomever. By the way, did Nash and Durant get along when they were in Brooklyn?
No.
I didn't think so. That dog wouldn't hunt. So,
if you look back to last year when they fired Monty Williams, Doc Rivers' name was up. Okay, he came out of the booth. He's coaching. Frank Vogel was on there, but Kevin Young was on that list.
He was.
And he is now at BYU, right?
Yeah,
so
head coach.
You wonder if that could have materialized if they would have made a move sooner.
I don't think that would.
I still think
Miles
Simon is the guy. I really think he's going to be a head coach. Maybe he's not ready, but I think he is. I think he'd be a great fit.
I don't think the Kevin Young thing, because that wasn't part of Matt Ishbia. And I think
He wants his own.
He wants his own dude. Yes, that's the way that I read this.
And
so that means Miles is out then, because he came with Vogel.
The other thing has happened, I think it was last Friday or Monday, the story that if they keep Vogel, they're going to replace most of the assistant coaches. Anytime you hear that, and Frank, I mean, who knows? This might have been a two-way street. Frank might have said, look, if you're going to cut my legs off from underneath me, take all my guys I want, then maybe we have a mutual parting of the ways.
Could be. Could have happened like that.
Because when that came out, I'm like, okay, wait a second. You're going to replace all of his assistants. Kevin Young's gone to BYU. Maybe he saw the writing on the wall and got out when the getting was good, right? So he gets out, he moves on, and maybe Vogel's like, you know what? Okay, if you're going to take everything away from me, or you don't feel it's working out, let's just part ways now and go down the road. And I think that there's so much that we don't know about. It's, hey, best of luck to you, Frank. Thanks for playing. We love you. But when that came out about his assistant coaches, I went, yeah, that's he's on his way out if he doesn't agree to that.
Another guy that I'm seeing here that could and does make some sense, Sam Cassell.
Good coach.
Played 15 years.
He did.
He
won titles with Houston.
Yeah, he's been 14 years now as assistant, most recently with Boston.
Yeah.
Another name that I think a lot of people would.
You're wincing. Why are you wincing?
Becky Hammond.
Why not?
Is the NBA ready for a female head coach?
I got news for you, and I'll do Manuch. Becky Hammond. She coached under Greg Popovich in San Antonio.
Yeah, good point.
She's a perfect fit. She
two-time WNBA champion. Yeah, with
Becky Hammond.
The Vegas team.
I did not go down that road. Did say
so she's been a finalist for many teams over the last few years.
She has.
Someone's going to give her a break. I don't know Ishbia's political views, or if he's into that or thinks that's something he needs to do. If this was Morello, she'd be the head coach today. That's
diversity was the Yotes.
Yeah, that was totally Yotes. Yeah. By the way, speaking of Yotes, are you seeing the Utah deal with the names of the team?
Yeah.
And what I found interesting is they're launching this fan survey where they're going to pick the name of the team. But for this coming year, they're going to stay with Utah. Even if no logo, no mascot, no official colors, it will be just branded Utah. That's it.
Seriously?
And there's some good ones here. I like Utah Ice is my favorite.
I like that.
Utah Freeze, Utah Frost, Utah Hive, or Swarm. I mean, it's a beehive state, right?
It is, yep.
Utah Cannons, Utah Yeti, Blast, Blizzard. I mean, there's some pretty good ones. I still can't believe. I know we talk about this a lot.
The Utah Ice got a nice ring.
It's just like what the hell no happened? Team anymore? You know,
I kind of like the Church of Latter-day Skates. We'll just leave that one where it's.
Yes, well, thank you, Jimmy. Yeah.
Headlines today are brought to you by the CAZ Sportsbook in Casino, Arizona. Bet the game, watch the game. They got 3 live betting windows, 6 self-service betting kiosks. What Jimmy B just said, we'll make the rewind tomorrow. Plus 8 screens displaying all the betting lines. So check it out for yourself, the CAZ Sportsbook in Casino,
He stole that from
Arizona.
somewhere. He's not that creative. He stole that. Plagiarized.
Man.
He had to.
I've been
I'm
saving
sure.
that one.
Yeah. Yeah, that's only been out there for like, I don't know, 2 weeks now, Jimmy.
No.
I've never heard it.
I heard it twice.
It's the dumbest thing ever. That's why where would you hear that? Where would he have taken that? Off of Twitter?
I believe so. That there's like a bunch of
that's that prep he did. Rock. Yeah. He knew you were going to talk about it.
He was already. We're going to talk about the Utah team.
I can't wait to tell him my name idea.
You offended so many people by doing that. You probably did.
Why?
You're not politically correct.
Team of Latter-day Skates.
No, you're not.
What?
Hey, are we up against it, Shu? Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. We'll come back. It's Roc and Manuch, Fox Sports 910.
What's clear? Jason Payne, owner of State 48 Roofing. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook. #SexyRoofStatus. All of our work using state-of-the-art materials and 5-star workmanship. Our inspections are free. You heard me? Free. Go to state48roofing.com to schedule your free appointment.
Need an all-in-one wireless copier and printer or IT help for your business? Call Document Solutions of the Valley, the official copier and IT solutions company for Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. Document Solutions is leading the Valley in business solutions for copier and IT service. They'll support your business no matter how big or small. Take advantage of either buying, leasing, or renting many makes and models of copiers. For a free quote, call 623-252-8282. Document Solutions of the Valley. Our service can't be copied.
Arena Sports Grill in Scottsdale on Bell Road is your home for billiards, poker, and trivia. And now, the Roc and Manuch Amber by Huss Brewing. Stop by today and experience top sports viewing, off-track betting, daily specials, and ice-cold Roc and Manuch Amber drafts. Arena Sports Grill.
When it comes to men getting a vasectomy, you want to ensure you go to the experts. So call Purely Vasectomies. Purely Vasectomies. They're easy, comfortable, and convenient. They have single appointment options with a same-day consultation and vasectomy. Plus, there are 3 Valley locations. Their experienced specialists take the time to answer all your questions. They offer sedation to keep you comfortable, and most men can return to work next day. Call Purely Vasectomies at 844-NO-SPERM.
In this week's Marketers Report, Dana Nussbaum, Executive Vice President, Worldwide Marketing at Warner Brothers Discovery, weighs in on regional audio marketing.
Although we're marketing at a very broad scale, it does include specific local markets, and that's the beauty of iHeart's network.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, influencers, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Diego.
Hi, Diego. It's Jennifer Coolidge. I just want to say your cashback match makes me feel so special. It really inspired me.
That's great. Doubling the cashback you've earned at the end of your first year is what we do.
Well, I'm doubling everything now. Double dating, double dipping, double feature, double header, double whammy. Basically double or nothing.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
It's Thursday, and the guys are live at Twin Peaks Deer Valley, located in the Deer Valley Town Center. More sports, more Jody. The Drive with Jody Ayler, now in mornings 6 to 10 on Fox Sports 910.
Lose 2 playoff games at home and come back to win 3 straight games.
And the late, great Paul Westphal predicted that. They lost those first 2. He said, we're going to go to L.A. We're going to win that, win 2 there. We're going to come back to Phoenix and win that one, win those 3. Talk about a bold statement.
It was.
And talk about that 92-93 team going, wait a second. Okay, the Lakers are good, but Charles Barkley's on this team, Dan Marley, Oliver Miller.
KJ.
I mean, everybody, you're like, what's going on here? And he said calmly, the late, great Paul Westphal, and he predicted it. And then they went on to go to the NBA Finals.
And they had a parade.
And then they got
a runner. I'll never let that go.
Danny.
Runner-up parade.
To this day, it's the most embarrassing thing for our city. Other than losing the Coyotes, that's one of the worst.
I got news for you. The Buffalo Sabres had a parade when they lost the Stanley Cup Finals to the Dallas Stars. And they had a parade. And remember, you guys, it was a no goal that was so much ballyhoo because they claimed he had his skate in the crease, which you couldn't do. And that was Brett Hull who scored that goal. And the next day, they throw a freaking parade and 30,000 people show up.
Yeah, and the Bills threw a parade when
they did.
Wide right, Scott Norwood.
Yes.
Wide right. They did that a couple times too.
Well, it's embarrassing.
Agreed.
Buffalo did it twice.
Yes.
They got nothing else to do up there.
Freeze your ass off.
Folks want to celebrate the success of a season. So close, but yet so far.
If you're just joining us, the Suns did fire Frank Vogel today. If you recall, he got hired June of last year, fired May of this year, led the team 49-33, made the playoffs as a 6th seed, and of course got swept by the Timberwolves. You look at his history and where he's coached. Head coach in Indiana, head coach at Orlando, head coach for the Lakers, wins a championship there just 4 years ago in 2020, right?
Yep.
It's a hell of a coach.
Yes.
I just don't know who's going to be better than him that's available. You say Budenholzer, but if he was so good, he would have got picked up last year anyway.
I agree with that statement as well.
I think Ishbia has to have somebody in his back pocket. Something. I think it's going to be somebody just totally off, out of that. What's the word I'm looking for? But basically, just kind of off the radar. Thank you. Off the radar. I'm not saying it's Tom Izzo or Isaiah Thomas, but it could be somebody like that. What's his name from Villanova?
Jay Wright.
Jay Wright.
Yep.
He, somebody like that. Maybe it's somebody like that.
Yeah, could be.
But then again, I mean, it needs to be, I would think, an older guy that can kind of handle these three guys.
I'm not sure of that. I'm not sure that it needs to be
A player's coach, a former player, like a Sam Cassell kind of guy like that, JJ Redick.
Frank Vogel was a player's coach. He catered to his players. This team needs freaking structure because
That's why an older coach would make more sense.
I'm not so sure. You had Frank Vogel, older coach.
Player's coach, though, you just said.
He is, but he could not deliver that structure, so he rolled over and becoming a player's coach. You made a great point. Won a title in Los Angeles with the Lakers. Lakers had structure at that time. Look what's happened to them since they have fired Frank Vogel.
I mean, he took Indiana to the championship twice
He did.
and lost in the final.
I think a lot of it is if you've got the players, you got the players.
They have the players.
Yeah. And then for some reason there's a disconnect. Whatever it was, maybe guys
Could it be Durant?
Could be whomever it was.
Look where Durant has problems wherever he goes.
So if that
he's not as bad as a James Harden.
If that continued on and Vogel was aware of it, he couldn't get control or keep the structure going. Then I think Ishbia and James Jones said, we're not seeing the improvement, whether it's in the locker room, on the court, that we should be seeing from a guy like a Vogel who's got that experience, who's got that winning record. Obviously, he couldn't get control. So if somebody that can come in and get control, that can handle the egos, that can kind of say, look, guys, here's the deal. But you still have to give him a point guard, backup point guard. And you got to give him a bench that can score as well.
No. He's a scapegoat. That's all Frank Vogel is a scapegoat here.
I think in part of that reason is because Matt Ishbia's got had his eyes on somebody else as this team faltered. And I think it pretty much sealed the deal in reference to, I doubt that highly, sealed the deal when he went 0 for 4 and got swept in the first round of the playoffs. I was like, okay, there's my sign. I got to go after somebody that can handle these guys, that's been there and done that, and can take this team to the next level.
The dumbest move was get rid of Monty Williams.
And I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
I think that they pulled the
He
trigger.
was the scapegoat last year. So is this what Ishbia is going to continue to do? Just fire coach after every year? He fires Monty, then he fires Vogel.
Right.
I think there was.
So if this guy doesn't work this year, whoever maybe okay, here we are next May.
What's the flavor?
Oh, we got knocked out of the playoffs. So,
I hope not. I just hope that the window for this Suns team, if they're going to win it all, is vastly closing. Because Durant's got one more year. What's Bill got? 2 more. KD's tied in. He's going to be here for a while if he stays.
Well, KD's up for an extension.
He's up for extension. So if they can keep all that group together and enhance their bench, enhance whatever else they need to do, a head coach still needs all of the tools. Now, maybe another coach can come in and give some other particular tools he's seen with this team, because Vogel clearly, you saw the same mistakes over and over and over again on the defensive side.
But those are the players, Manuch. You can only do so much.
But James
it's the
Jones,
players making the mistakes.
James Jones is going, okay, I've got paying him to make sure they don't continue to make those mistakes. And if they are, where's the accountability factor? Because Jones is backing off going, you're the head coach. You handle him or you discipline him how you want. So is that fair to Frank Vogel? Probably not. But they put him out there. Did they give him enough rope to hang himself? Crude exaggeration, but probably so.
Scapegoat, that's all it is. Ishbia went all in. He assembled this team with James Jones.
Yes.
I don't want to say fire James Jones, but come on. Who's the one who puts the team together?
I'd agree.
All he's doing is putting the team together. Head coach comes in, gives him the keys. Let's drive down the road and get to a championship.
Yeah, James Jones is getting off scot-free. I agree.
Well,
he
could be the next domino to go. But Ishbia's got to fire him before they hire a head coach. That GM's going to want to hire the coach.
How many times did Ishbia talk about accountability in that presser?
Oh, he must have said it 15 times.
He said me, general manager, the head coach, the players, blah, 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 so on and so forth. So, this could be the first, who knows, might be the first domino. If he's going to fire James Jones, I think that'd be very soon as well.
I think Chris Maddox, who covers the NBA for Sports Illustrated, I think he said it best in a tweet today. He says, smart organizations hire good coaches and stand by them. Look at Michael Malone, 9 years in Denver, Chris Finch in Minnesota, Jason Kidd in Dallas. He gets an extension. Bad organizations scapegoat them.
There you go.
And there he is.
That's it.
And, let's I guess you got to give Matt Ishbia the benefit of the doubt. He's a rookie owner, right?
Correct.
Who, he was a walk-on basketball player. Great. Everybody gives him so much credit for that, But anyway, he did. Okay, Michigan State, we know that. But he's never owned a team. He is really good in the mortgage business.
Yes.
And there's not many guys that are better than he is business-wise. He may not just be that good at this, but you got to get a GM in there. Isn't Isaiah Thomas in his ear?
Always.
Always.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised, that guy's been with many organizations.
When Isaiah was the general manager for the Toronto Raptors, I was covering that team at the time. And Isaiah put together terrific team. Remember, Raptors took Philadelphia all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals. And Nurse? Allen Iverson beat them to get into the championship round. But he had assembled some really good players. Vince Carter was on that team, but things ran off the rails for Isaiah Thomas later, especially when he went to the New York Knicks. And we all know what took place there.
Third head coach in 3 years.
That's not good. Yeah, I'm like you, Rock. I thought he pulled the trigger on Monty for no reason. I mean, you got Monty going to the NBA title.
There was a reason.
Well, okay. So they got beat by the world champion Denver Nuggets.
Second round.
Yeah.
And they won 64 games the year before.
That was the reason.
But that team assembled, and then they traded everybody off to go get this guy, that guy. I mean, it was like, okay, so why would you make this move? What's Frank Vogel going to do? Okay, you go get Beal and Durant. I get it. KD was he barely played last year, and they faltered. So I was like you. I was like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Go add to it. So there was, I don't know. There was the new owner coming in and basically saying, I want my people. Like I said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Who do you think actually made the deal for Bradley Beal? I mean, all those picks, the pick swaps, everything that was part of that deal. Who do you think pulled the trigger on it?
Well,
James Jones.
Sure it's James Jones.
Yeah,
I'm sure he ran it by Ishbia and said, "Hey, if we can get this guy, we're going to have a three-headed monster." And Ishbia bought it, obviously, because they did the deal. And you make a good point. He is a rookie owner. So if he was fooled,
stars
by
in his
deal,
eyes.
yes. If he was fooled by that deal, so be it. Now you have to correct what you did wrong.
I mean, that deal, if you go back, Bradley Beal, Goodwin, Isaiah Todd all came here. Chris Paul, Shamet, second-round picks in 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, and 30.
Yes.
Pick swaps in 24, 26, 28, and 30. What the you-know-what?
Yeah.
As you look back at that trade.
Yep.
Granted, he didn't get on the court enough, but still, it's just too much. Oh, man. Anyway, coming up, we are going to get a national perspective on the firing of one Frank Vogel, as we are going to catch up with AP NBA writer Brian Mahoney next here on Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B, Fox Sports 910.
Clear. What's trending on Fox Sports 910 Phoenix?
Frank Vogel is done. The Suns have fired their head coach after just 1 year. Phoenix went 49-33 during the regular season, but they were swept by the Timberwolves in the first round of the playoffs. The Mercury play the LA Sparks tomorrow for their final preseason game. Regular season play starts next Tuesday against the Las Vegas Aces. Cardinals linebacker B.J. Ojulari will wear the number 9 after giving rookie receiver Marvin Harrison Jr. his original jersey number 18. Rookie minicamp gets started tomorrow. Paul Sewald got his first save since returning. The D-backs beat the Reds 5-4. They get the series sweep. I'm Frank Garrity on Fox Sports 910. Available everywhere on the free iHeartRadio app.
Arizona's headquarters for Toyotas is Wright Toyota. Hey, Rock, for my friends at Wright Toyota in Scottsdale. You will always find the right deal at Wright Toyota. Wright Toyota has been driving Arizona's home for years with their amazing service, pricing, and great selections. I encourage you to discover the difference at Wright Toyota. Make the right choice, Wright Toyota, just off the 101 on Frank Lloyd Wright Boulevard, and always online at WrightToyota.com. The right price, the right selection. Check out WrightToyota.com.
Uppercrust Pizza and Patio Wine Bar on the southeast corner of Cave Creek and the 101. Happy hour 7 days a week, 4 to 7, with $5.50 house wines and well drinks, $4.75 drafts, plus tons of food specials. Uppercrust Pizza and Patio Wine Bar.
Are you looking for a change in your career path or just looking to get back into the employment market again? Look no further. All City Towing is searching for motivated teammates to join their team. Current openings are in the areas of customer service, tow truck operators, yard management, facilities maintenance, and dispatch. If you're looking for a challenging yet rewarding opportunity, a great benefits program including 401k program with a generous company match, and a company that is a leader in the industry, apply online at allcitytowing.com/careers or call All City's HR department at 480-833-7278. All City Towing is Arizona's largest towing transport vehicle storage provider. Locally owned and invested within the communities they service. If you enjoy helping others by providing great customer service, working as a team, and possess great communication skills, All City is for you. Apply online at allcitytowing.com/careers or call 480-833-7278. That's allcitytowing.com.
Beat the heat with a patio misting system from Fogco. Let Fogco design the perfect misting system for your patio, pool, or leisure areas. Stay cool all summer with Fogco patio misters. Get a free quote at fogco.com. That's FOGCO.com. Fogco, serving the Valley for over 35 years.
If you're looking for the most epic place on earth, let's start at the base of a massive waterfall. Then trek through the thick jungle. Brian's good. Then climb to the peak of a snowy mountaintop. Then once you get there, keep going. Because with intelligent 4x4 and 7 drive modes and a Nissan Pathfinder, the search is the real adventure.
Okay. Available feature. Intelligent 4x4 cannot prevent collisions or provide enhanced traction in all conditions. Always monitor traffic and weather conditions.
Stop letting your bladder call the shots. Talk to Arizona urology specialists about frequent urination and take control today. Arizona Urology Specialists. Personal care for life's most personal issues. Visit ArizonaURO.com or call 602-887-2160.
Check out what DraftKings has to offer this season with code SPORTS, because life's more fun when you're in on the action. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Age and eligibility restrictions apply. Void where prohibited. See DraftKings.com for details.
Here we go. You're hot.
9:10 out here at Twin Peaks Deer Valley here till 4 o'clock. If you're just joining us, the Phoenix Suns have fired Frank Vogel after just 1 year. And we had our next guest scheduled to really talk about the Knicks and the Nets and everything else in the NBA. But I think we're going to go down this road with Frank Vogel as NBA writer for Associated Press. Brian Mahoney joins us now here on the Right to It guest line. Brian, how you been, man? Thanks for jumping on with us today.
Yeah, I mean, I got a better Knicks team than the Suns out there. I guess they still got their coach here.
Jeez, do you think Frank Vogel got a raw deal on this?
I mean, in a lot of ways, you could definitely say that. I mean, when you go 49-33 with your first year in a team, that's usually not something that gets you fired.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a team that obviously has expectations and doesn't have a roster probably that meets those expectations, and the coach goes, and that happens a lot of times. And I think that's what happened with Frank Vogel.
Some are saying this new owner, Matt Ishbia, being young, being new at this, rookie owner, could be incompetent. Could be, who knows? But would any respectable coach want a job like this that has a rookie owner?
I do think there's a bit of a red flag there. Now,
Okay.
obviously, when you're looking at, there's obviously going to be a good paycheck, and it is an NBA job. It's only 30 up from all the things we know. So someone's going to take the job, and also you're coaching Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. So there's probably more pros than cons. But yeah, I mean, there is certainly the fear of an owner who wants to make a big splash all the time, and sometimes those big splashes don't build you great teams.
Brian, when you watch this team from afar and you see the big three out there, from your perspective, disappointing what happened, or scratch your head why it was happening, and then to see them get bounced in the first round, what were your initial thoughts just watching this team from afar as they played?
Well, my thoughts were probably they were never as good as they hoped they were going to be. Every time I saw them, they had certainly had a nice stretch early in the year when I saw them, and then it sort of looked like win a few, lose a couple, and just no consistency. And it's one of those. Look, by the time they got to the playoffs, I said they were probably, in my mind, no better than maybe the fifth best team in the West on their best day. So that means they're going to lose in the first round. So I wasn't surprised. Minnesota, just top to bottom, was a much better team than them, and that's what we saw.
I'm with you on that, Brian. Brian Mahoney joining us on the Wright Toyota guest line. Brian, you saw Kevin Durant up close and personal in New York. It seems like every 2 years he seems to get upset or he's not happy. You covered him. He wasn't happy in Brooklyn. Now, apparently, the reports are he's not happy in the Valley of the Sun. How do you make him happy, or can you ever make him happy?
That's a good question. The Nets certainly did a lot of things that you would think would have made it that way. They brought in guys he wanted to play with, him and Kyrie Irving, and changed coaches when he didn't like the coach anymore. And so you would think, if there's a way to do it, the Nets probably would have figured it out. But it's up to Kevin. He's still a great player. Whether he wants to win, whether he just wants to play a style that's called for him, he's got to figure all that out. And maybe the next coach will certainly be more in line of what he's looking for.
And with that, when you talk about the coach and talk about the effect that coach has a locker room, a lot of reports that this team these big three were somewhat disgruntled at the end of the season. You got Thibodeau there with the Knicks. Seemed like he's got pretty good control, and he's got some stars on that team. Is it truly all about the coach getting control and ruling that team to move them forward? And do you think that's what this team needs to, is somebody with more and more authority and control with that big three in this locker room?
Well, some of that, but also the players have to buy into the coach. I think, people ask him about Tom Thibodeau here because he's not known as a guy who is right for everybody. But the players the Knicks put together are guys who love what he preaches, and they want to play his way, and they want to be, a hard driving style. What do Devin Booker and Kevin Durant want at this stage of their career and feel? That's hard to say. Everybody says they want to win, but not everybody wants to win with maybe the way Frank Vogel wants to do things. So finding that kind of mix is never easy, and the Suns certainly didn't find it this year.
So what do you have the Suns doing in the offseason? Do you give any credence at all to the rumors circulating about Durant interested in Miami? And also, what else do you think that the Suns would need if they could acquire a point guard who could help them get their offense set up?
Well, a point guard's a good place to start. If you can get one of those. Certainly if they were able to trade Kevin Durant, if he wanted out, you'd get some assets back. Now, Miami doesn't have a ton of things that probably, would certainly change the fortunes too much to make them much better than a 49-win team. But, he's only going to be there a couple more years anyway. The bottom line is he's, late in his career at this point. So if you can get assets back for a team that's probably not going to win during his timeline still, it's probably something you've got to look at. If he wants out, you probably got to go ahead and take a good look at that.
It seems as though Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, all the stars seem to – looks like New York City is the landing spot, Brian. We've heard that with Booker, and we've also heard that with KD. All of a sudden, it fits. The Knicks were an afterthought last several years before they got on the map this year. What is it about New York, aside from the media? We get that makes that such a great landing spot with Thibodeau with ruling a team with an iron fist.
Well, you have the problem the Knicks had for many, many years. We always thought they were going to get guys here. They'd go into free agency when they had money. We're going to get LeBron this time. They're going to get this guy. They're going to get this guy. They never got any of them because the team was never winning. And I think you have to have that culture where guys think they're going to come win. Like the Knicks, look, 3 out of 4 years now under Thibodeau, they've gone to the playoffs. The last 2 years, they've gone to the second round. I think players have always wanted to play in New York because of the Madison Square Garden, because of the big market, all those reasons, but they didn't want to come here and lose. And now I think guys look at it and say, we can come here and win. Jalen Brunson's a winner. Let's go play with him. So I think the Knicks have a much better chance to get guys now than they ever did the last 10 years or so.
All right. I have a question because my new hero now, as I'm watching the Pacers and the Knicks series, is Isaiah Hartenstein. Give us the background on him and how his game has progressed to where it is now, where nobody really knew much about him. He was a journeyman for so long.
Yeah, and I don't think he was expected to be much more than that here. The year started, he was the backup center to Mitchell Robinson. When Robinson, broke his foot in December, he became the starter. He's a smart player on offense. They can put him close to the basket. He can handle the ball at the high post and throw the passes down low to cutting guards and stuff. And he's a great shot blocker. He gets in great defensive positions. He's not the same rebounder Robinson was, but he's very capable at it. And they didn't lose a step back the way people thought they were when Robinson went out. Robinson at the time was the best offensive rebounder in the league. He was great defensive guy, and they kept on winning with Hartenstein. So he's just been fantastic. Another great find for them, who's been better than they thought he was going to be.
Brian, you got to give some love to our fine Italian paisano brother, DiVincenzo. He's going to become a cult hero if he keeps us up there in New York City.
He certainly is. And, another guy going back to the same exact thing. Look, when they got him, it was okay. Yeah, he'll probably start at shooting guard and maybe he'll give us 10 points a game and good defense, whatever. The guy now is, in the playoffs getting 20, 25 a night, playing, 43, 44 minutes a night. All these guys just now, whether that's the coach, whether they all were guys who were better than their previous stops realized, it's hard to really say. It's probably a combination of all of them, but this team here, these guys have all been sort of better than individually what they were thought to be, and it's made for, so far, a pretty nice team.
Is Rick Carlisle, or is the New York, I should say, fans all over Rick Carlisle as he's calling him out on the officiating, small market versus big market? Is that some of the narrative today on talk radio in New York?
Yeah, I mean, people sort of laugh at it. That's
Two.
Okay. It's coaches have been doing this for a million years, complaining about the officiating, the playoffs. But the bottom line, like everyone kind of laughed at, it's not like the Knicks have gone very far in the last, in the 2000s. They haven't gone beyond where they are now. So the idea that the league is helping the Knicks by making calls, just really.
And I think it's kind of funny, man. There's more physicality from the Knicks, and it's pretty much from the Pacers, a little more finesse, if you will. But it seems to be, Brian, a little bit of a throwback till the old NBA Eastern Conference, divisional playoffs and finals.
It's got that kind of tenseness here a little bit. Now the scores don't look remotely like it. The Knicks and the Pacers have both scored more here now than they ever scored in the 90s against each other. But it's got the same intensity. I think the Pacers haven't quite shown they're ready for it in the fourth quarters of these two games. I think they'll be better going back, home. But, so far the Knicks have kind of shown that they're
1 minute.
They had a tough series last year against Miami. I think that got them ready for this. And so far they've certainly shown they're better at this step than the Pacers have been.
Brian, thanks for jumping on with us, man. We miss having you on. You've been coming on with us for over 15 years or so. So thanks so much for the time. We appreciate you.
Yeah, glad you're doing well. Good to hear from you again.
That's Brian Mahoney, NBA writer for Associated Press. Follow him on Twitter and X, Brian C. Mahoney. Appreciate him. He's been coming on almost 19 years.
Yes.
I mean,
Day one.
Good stuff. He is brought to you today by All City Towing. If you're looking for a career change, All City Towing continues to look for new people to join their team. Head to allcitytowing.com. Search careers. That's All City Towing. Statewide service. They answer your call 24/7. allcitytowing.com. Well, coming up, we need a guest to challenge one of the beautiful Twin Peaks girls here at the Deer Valley location. We'll take caller number 5, 602-260-9191. That's 602-260-9191. You're playing for a $50 man card. That's right, a man card. It's our weekly Twin Peaks Picks Challenge. Also, if we have time, only if we have time, we will have the awful dad jokes of the week.
We will make time.
We will.
That's next. It's Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B.
The Carlisle, Arizona Women's Golf Classic is here May 6th through the 12th with the biggest purse on tour. The best women golfers on the Epson Tour will be at TPC Scottsdale's Champions Course, brought to you by the Carlisle Companies. Get close-up access to the future of women's golf. May 6th through the 12th at TPC Scottsdale's Champions Course. Go to CarlisleLPGA.com for tickets. CarlisleLPGA.com. Whatever you do, be there.
Life's a sprint. Meet G2G protein bars. Grab and go fuel for the office, links, and daily grind. Score an 8-pack at Costco or explore flavors at G2GBar.com. Quick, delicious, power-packed G2G protein bars. Setting your pace.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, historic rivalries tip off with shareable bites, and every shot you take is a game winner. All season long, you're ballin' with 29-degree beer, courtside seats, and scenic views. I mean, where else can you pair wall-to-wall hoops with hard-to-find whiskey? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Stick around after the sun sets. Twin Peaks is open really late. Wind down with bourbon and late-night bites.
Do you ever have a case of the Mondays? You won't if you tune in to Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B from 1 till 4 as they broadcast live from the CAZ Sportsbook at the CAZ Sports Bar. That's every Monday from Casino, Arizona.
There's something that binds us all. The constant hunger to improve. The obsession with every detail. And the reward of a custom fitting taking your game to a whole new level. We're all bound by 2 words said by golfers worldwide. Schedule your fitting at Vans Golf Shops. Find your local store at worldwidegolf.com. Get there.
Discover why critics are calling Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes the best film of the franchise.
What a wonderful day!
It's a jaw-dropping spectacle that demands to be seen on the biggest screen possible.
I need to go.
Hang on. It is our time. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Now playing only in theaters. Rated PG-13. Some material may be inappropriate for children under 13.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective. A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
It's Thursday, and the guys are live at Twin Peaks Deer Valley, located in the Deer Valley Town Center. Time for Peaks Picks, your weekly chance to win a $50 Twin Peaks man card by outscoring one of the beautiful Twin Peaks girls. Twin Peaks, the ultimate sports lodge and home of the 29-degree man-sized drafts. Twin Peaks, the best views in the game. They're open in Scottsdale, Phoenix, Tempe, Glendale, and Deer Valley.
We're at Deer Valley today, and Stephen from Chandler is our contestant. Shu has already given him the games. Cavs at Celtics, Mavs at Thunder, and Nuggets at Timberwolves. That's tomorrow. The first 2 I mentioned are tonight. Jax had the tough job today. Is she single, Melissa?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is that why she's not coming on the air?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks.
Didn't vibe today.
Next year, or next week, let's try. I mean, we're at different Twin Peaks. One of these 5, you're going to get lucky.
But I usually, I interact with the Deer Valley girls the best.
Because this is your hood, right? You grew up around here?
Yeah, I grew up around here.
Yeah.
I feel like we related, but no, me and Melissa.
Maybe that's the problem. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe you're too close to it,
Yeah, we're going to send you to Glendale. All right, Cavs at Celtics. What did Steven go with, Shu?
He went with the Celtics.
He went with the Celtics. And what did Melissa go with?
Melissa went the Celtics as well.
All right, the Mavericks at the Thunder. That's also tonight. Shu?
Steven went with the, what do I have written down here? The Mavericks. Sorry, I can't read my handwriting.
Jax. He went with the Thunder.
All right, Nuggets and Timberwolves. That's tomorrow night. Shu, what did our caller have to say?
Steven says just keep the train rolling. The Timberwolves are going to win another.
Fair enough. Jax, since you struck out, what Melissa have to say?
Melissa thinks the Nuggets.
Okay.
Game 3.
All right, there you have it. This weekend starts today. That's when you can kick it off at Twin Peaks. 5 location. Twin Peaks, your basketball and NHL headquarters for all the playoffs. Oh, man, we're not out of time?
No, we're not. See, and listen, if Kenny Dillingham's coming up next, I'll just tell Coach, listen, Coach, we went a little over. We had some really bad dad jokes we had to sneak in. Sorry.
Well, here's the thing. I have a little bit of bone to pick with you guys.
Uh-oh. What's that?
It's Rock's dad jokes, right?
Okay.
Stupid
Yes.
dad jokes.
Yeah.
Last week, I had a little situation. I couldn't be here.
Right.
And
Shoe did it.
So,
but
he filled in
this
very
open,
nicely.
I heard them. They weren't that good.
They were damn good. What you talking
Then
about?
he can
Willis?
then let him do them every week. Then I don't want to do this if I don't have to.
Don't
It's
give
more
him-
work. It's prep.
Don't
I
put you
prep.
on
I do
house
everything
courses.
else of the show. I pull the sound. I mean, I do everything but get the guests.
You're trying to outsource. You're trying to outsource
Yes,
some
I'm
of the
trying
work.
to. I
Okay.
need to delegate. That's why I'm first on the freaking marquee.
Great job
Listen,
last week.
I asked. I said, would it be okay to do it?
Oh, I
was
heard
aware.
you. And if you know, I called in and you didn't answer the phone.
I don't
was
think
pissed.
that's true.
He was doing the
staring-
dad joke.
I even
That's
called the
not true.
hotline.
That's not
busy
true.
working, Rock.
It would have gone off. I have the ringer on in here and my mic was on. That's not true at all.
All right, darn. I got a
Time for Rock's really bad dad joke of the day. I mean, really bad. Like, really bad. Here's Rock.
All right. I'm so glad summer's finally here. I got so excited I wet my plants.
Very good.
Hey, what do teachers eat when they are hungry?
SpaghettiOs.
What do teachers eat when they are hungry?
I give up.
Academia nuts.
Oh.
I grew up a tennis player, and I was once given some great advice. You should never date a tennis player because love means nothing to them.
Oh, very good. Very good.
Oh, come on, shoot. All right, two more. What do you call a twitching cow? What do you call a twitching cow?
I don't know. Milkshake?
No, beef jerky.
Oh, no.
Oh,
good one.
Oh,
I like that one. I like that one.
Yeah, today I went to the bank, and there was this really, really nice old lady. And I was right next to her, and she asked me to check her balance. So I pushed her over.
It's a complete crap.
That's good. Poor old lady.
There you have it. Done.
That was a joke. That was a joke, folks. Rock didn't actually go to the store and do that. I feel like we need to just put that out there.
There's
It's a dad joke.
You like that one?
Yeah.
You guys could use that one.
Okay.
So for you guys listening, you want to hear it again?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should go to your kid when you get home today.
Sure.
You're having dinner with your son or your
Yeah.
daughter, and you say, "Hey, I had to go to the bank today," and there was this really nice old lady that asked me to check her balance, so I pushed her over.
Anytime I hear you, that reminds me of you pushing over like you're the one time you talk about cow tipping.
Yeah, we did that in high school.
You did that in high school? I mean, just for some
Because
reason.
cows sleep standing up.
Yeah.
And we used to do as kids in high school. You go out to the farm
You heard
area.
this story, Jimmy?
People don't know I grew up in New Jersey, and people think it's all cement. But I grew up South Jersey. It's a garden state,
Yes.
right? So there'd be these cows that were right near this called Duffield Fields, where we had corn and tomatoes, sweet tomatoes, and all that stuff. And these cows would, you get there late. It gets dark early on the East Coast.
Right.
Get out there and they're sleeping, and you sneak up to them, and then we used to have like these brooms.
Uh-huh.
You just
Oh, just
jab
jab them?
jab them. They fall over. They get so pissed off, and then they chase you. I know people are listening. No cow tip, and you're from Nebraska or Iowa. You've gone down that road. I'm sure.
So you're basically telling us then that you were not a model citizen as a
Oh
child.
no, I was. My mom was a teacher at the school. I was great.
Wait, hold on.
Oh,
Talk to me
the
about
phone-
hold on.
Oh, the phone's ringing. I think it's the ASPCA. Hold on. I'll
Oh.
bring it back.
Hey, I got a worse one then.
Oh yeah, talking about the Alka-Seltzer.
Yeah, so growing up on the beach, right?
Yes.
As a kid too, there's seagulls everywhere.
Yes.
They bug the you know what. You could sit there, you're just trying to have a sandwich and I'm having a hoagie on the beach, just hanging out.
Sure.
So what we used to do is we'd get Alka-Seltzer, those little Alka-Seltzer pills
Yeah.
or whatever,
Tablet.
and you throw up some popcorn or whatever, then you mix in an Alka-Seltzer. The thing blows up in their stomach and they nosedive into the ocean. Didn't hurt them.
No.
Didn't hurt them. Just had a nice piece of popcorn. Then you have an Alka-Seltzer and it just, it fizzles in your.
Oh, that
gosh.
sweet little
I'm
Michael
going
Morocco.
back. I'm going back next month. and
Mom's
it's like,
gonna have.
oh,
This is Mama Morocco. By the
This-
way, happy belated birthday to Mama.
yeah,
Morocco.
you got mom going back Mother's Day, so I'll go see the Wells Fargo tournament.
She's
This
gonna go.
weekend.
You did what on the beach?
What a great lead into head coach Kenny Dillingham, who's coming up here in about 7 minutes.
This is why we
This is-
do this show.
This is
with
peak
great
radio
content.
here.
Yep. Well, you guys are the ones that want to go down this road with this
Hey,
stupid segment.
Keep it going, man.
Whoa,
Check
not
this out.
stupid. Not stupid. It's
No.
very fun.
It's a lot of fun. Absolutely.
I mean,
Well, we could say that Sun Devil football did give us indigestion at times, so Alka-Seltzer was a relief at many times. That's for sure.
there's a study that came out in Japan that found that regularly watching sports is good for our mental health and makes us happier.
I'll drink to that. Absolutely.
I don't think
They
so.
scanned people's brains while they were watching various sports and found it activated the reward circuits. You don't have any, Jimmy,
I
in
don't.
your brain. The reward circuits.
They're gone.
Which are linked to feelings and pleasure
Sure.
and happiness and things like that. So they found that people who regularly were watching sports
Uh-huh.
have more gray matter in those areas, which suggests that it might even change their brain structure over time.
Kind of like that.
Hey, what do you guys think is the average age a person starts feeling the aches and the pains?
Yeah.
There's a new poll that came out.
Okay. Average, I'm going to say 45.
Okay.
45.
It didn't really happen to me until
Average
Of
age,
course
Jimmy.
not.
I'm going to go 65.
Okay. Jackson.
That's when I started to feel.
Let's say 55.
Wow. Shoe?
29.
Why are you guys laughing? The answer's 37.
Is it?
You guys are way off. Shoe
What?
wins.
Thank you.
Shoe wins.
Are you kidding
Yep.
me? 37?
I'll tell you, because I'm 29 and I feel it every day.
Oh,
So
shoot. Damn.
Yeah,
you
I
don't
mean,
have any aches or anything?
No, man, no.
Or you,
well, dude, he said 60-something. That was like 20
Yeah.
years ago.
or you just said you've had hips, knees replaced. How many? You had aches, a lot of aches before you had things
Well,
replaced.
yeah, I know, but the question was, when do you think? And I said, I was trying to think when it started to bother me. It was like 65.
Hey, real quick, let me squeeze in the random fact today.
1 minute.
7% of American adults had coffee in the past day, more than any other beverage, including tap or bottled water.
Wow.
Salute.
Yeah. What are you guys drinking
I'm in
right
the wrong
now?
business.
Not really.
Yeah.
Man. Kenny Dillingham's going to join us next. He's in his
40.
second year as head coach of the Sun Devils. Get his thoughts, how progress is going, and what about the alumni? Is he getting the alumni engaged? We'll talk to him about that and much, much more as we continue from Twin
30.
Peaks, Deer Valley here on Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. Fuck.
clear. Okie dokie. I've got the ringer on, so.
Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B has been sponsored by On Air Sports Marketing.
Rock for WrightToyota.com. At Wright Toyota, they'd like you to get to know them. Their goal is to make buying your next vehicle the kind of experience that earns your recommendation to family and friends. They invite you to use all of their innovative web tools on WrightToyota.com. So if you're looking for a new or pre-owned Toyota, head to their interactive website at WrightToyota.com. The right price, the right selection, all at WrightToyota.com.
When it comes to men getting a vasectomy, you want to ensure you go to the experts. So call Purely Vasectomies. Purely Vasectomies. They're easy, comfortable, and convenient. They have single appointment options with a same-day consultation and vasectomy. Plus, there are 3 Valley locations. Their experienced specialists take the time to answer all your questions. They offer sedation to keep you comfortable, and most men can return to work next day. Call Purely Vasectomies at 844-NO-SPERM.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations like Freeform Radio. Search Freeform Radio and listen now on your free iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.
The Carlisle, Arizona Women's Golf Classic is here May 6th through the 12th with the biggest purse on tour. The best women golfers on the Epson Tour will be at TPC Scottsdale's Champions Course, brought to you by the Carlisle Companies. Get close-up access to the future of women's golf. May 6th through the 12th at TPC Scottsdale's Champions Course. Go to CarlisleLPGA.com for tickets. CarlisleLPGA.com. Whatever you do, be there.
Mattress Firm's Memorial Day sale is here. Save up to $500 on select adjustable bed sets like the all-new Temper Adapt collection with advanced pressure relief to help reduce aches and pains. Plus, get a $300 instant gift for pillows and more. Hurry into Mattress Firm today.
Family Talk with Straight Talk.
You give and you give. It's time to get with Straight Talk Wireless. You get a reliable 5G network and unlimited data, and you get to choose who joins your family plan starting as low as $25 a line. Does it have to be family? It can be family or people you like.
Get more lines and more savings. Switch to Straight Talk for family plans starting as low as $25 a line per month for 4 lines. Find us at Walmart and straighttalk.com. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com. Family plan discount with 4 lines, all on the Silver Unlimited plan. Taxes and fees apply.
DQ presents how to officially start your summer. Step 1, head to the perfect spot to kick off the season, DQ. Step 2, try the new Summer Blizzard menu. I mean, summer is right there in the name. And Step 3, dig into flavors like new peanut butter cookie dough party, new picnic peach cobbler, and more. Because with treats like these, every bite feels like you're starting summer off right. But don't wait. These flavors are only around as long as summer is. Make the season official with the new Summer Blizzard menu, only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Joe Brown here with Accident Law Group. If you were hurt in an accident, find us on the web at accidentlawgroup.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting from the Rappy Law Group Studios. This is KGME Phoenix, KESC HD3 Phoenix. Listen on the free iHeartRadio app for all your sports talk, podcasts, and music. Free never sounded so good.
It's one and done for Frank Vogel, fired today by the Suns after just one season. Phoenix, after going 49-33, were swept by the Timberwolves in the playoffs. Paul Sewald notched his first save since returning to the lineup. The Diamondbacks beat the Reds by 4 to complete the series sweep. The Mercury play the LA Sparks tomorrow for their final preseason game. Regular season play starts next Tuesday against the Las Vegas Aces. Cardinals linebacker B.J. Ojulari will wear the number 9 after giving rookie wideout Marvin Harrison Jr. his original jersey number 18. Rookie minicamp gets cranking tomorrow. I'm Frank Garrity on Fox Sports 910, available everywhere on the free iHeartRadio app.
Now your chance to win $1,000. Just enter the nationwide keyword Bills at foxsports910.com. That's Bills at foxsports910.com.
Kingdom of the Planet.
Coach is good to go.
Now playing only in theaters.
This is the Parker & Sons Weather Center. For all your AC, plumbing, and electric needs, call Parker.
For tonight, look for mostly clear skies, temperatures dipping down.
Probably doesn't know that I worked on the radio broadcast.
Friday, mostly sunny skies.
He doesn't. That's what I said.
Plenty of sun and some breezier conditions. For the Fox 10
I'm a stats guy. I just stand next to Tim and hand him index cards. I don't really do anything.
Is sponsored by Discover. As humans, we like having options. One option you might like is speaking with a real person when you call about your credit card. With 24/7 live US-based customer service from Discover, everyone can talk to a real person anytime, day or night. Limitations apply. See terms at discover.com/credit card.
Calling all sports with Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. Proudly sponsored by On Air Sports Marketing.
All right, you're going to get the ASU fight song real quick, and then I'll give it to you.
Lerner and Roy. In Iraq and need a check? Make one call. That's all. 602-977-1900.
Still paying them.
And always online at lernerandrow.com. Now time for Calling All Sports with Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B on Fox Sports 910.
You're hot.
All right, let's get to it. Sun Devil football. He's in his second season as the head coach for the Sun Devils. Kenny Dillingham joins us now. Coach, how you doing, buddy? What's happening?
I'm doing great. How are y'all doing?
Good, man. I know it's recruiting time and all that. So are you finding some momentum now that the Devils are heading into the Big 12?
I think we are. I think, recruiting, it happens years in advance now. If you're not recruiting a sophomore in high school, you're behind. So anytime you take over a program, you're really, that first December you get there, the year you're hired isn't your class. The next year is your first class, but you're still behind in that class. It really is that third cycle, which is this upcoming cycle for us, where you've actually had the amount of time everybody else has had to recruit a kid. And, we're number 1 in the Big 12 right now and recruiting, whatever that means. I really don't know what it means. When we finish there, I really don't care. But it does show that people want to be here, and this is a place that's a destination, not a fallback.
Coach, how many people do you have managing the transfer portal? Because that's obviously in the mix of all this, right?
Yeah, we have 5 guys who specifically work in recruiting and are always managing the portal along with myself. And every person on our staff is watching guys that go in the portal. But I would say we have 2 guys that take the point for it, and then we have 5 guys who like weed it out, and then it gets to the coaches from there.
So, Coach, do you get like an email or a text when somebody goes into it? I mean, does it work like that? Because it happens all the time.
It literally goes. It literally is a portal. It goes in to this database that gets updated, and then we have people watch all the guys that go into the database. And then when our guys watch a guy that goes into the database and thinks he's good enough, then it gets progressed up a level to one of those other 5 guys, and then it gets progressed up to the position coach, coordinator, or myself. So it's kind of like a funneling system once a kid enters the quote-unquote portal.
So after it's all said and done, Coach, is it easier for recruiting, harder for recruiting, since you have so many? You got to vet them all, obviously. You got the high school kids, the JUCO kids, you got the portal. Is it more work, or is it more of a streamlined scenario for you guys?
Yeah, it's definitely more work, just because you're signing more kids every year because more kids are leaving. You know, in the past, you'd sign between 20 and 25 kids a year, maybe 18 to 25, depending on your roster. Now people are going to sign, 30 guys, 32 guys a year, 35 guys a year, maybe not 35, but you're going to at least sign 25 to 32, 33 a year minimum. So you're signing, whatever that is, 20%, 25% more kids or 20% more kids every year. That's 20% more work. And then the time that you're actually signing those kids are normally the downtime. So normally you're not getting kids committed and adding kids to your roster right now. Well, now you are. Normally in December, signing days already happened. Well, December and Christmas break now is signing transfers. So the time you actually recruit transfers used to be your downtime, and now it's prime transfer time.
So, Coach, when do you sleep? I mean, 24/7 it seems like anymore.
Yeah, I mean, when I sleep, I sleep. I'm out. But when I wake up, I'm up. It's over. Like I wake up, go in the other room, whether it's 3 a.m., 4 a.m., and I'm up. There's nothing I can do about it at that point.
Coach, real quick, I'm so glad that you allowed ABC 15 behind the scenes a couple weeks ago. It was great. It was great television to see. A typical day for you. As a fan, it's very appreciative to you allowing the cameras to go behind the scenes. So I just wanted to say thanks, because I think it was great television.
Oh, of course. I mean, I got people here. We have nothing to hide. That's why media's at every practice. I mean, we got nothing to hide here. What we do here, I want people to see what we're doing, because we have nothing to hide. And if we had something to hide, it's not a play. We don't have any special plays. I wish we did. I wish there was a play that won games. There's not. There's players. So it's pretty simple.
Kenny, I want to follow up on the portal and recruiting. It's not going to happen next year or the year after, but do you see in the future of college football, if the portal stays the way that it is, that coaches will be recruiting more kids out of the portal than actually recruiting out of high school?
I don't see that. I see you have to take more portal kids during transition years of a staff, because your kids are going to leave. So by default, you have to take more. But I think any program or most programs signing high school kids, building a culture, developing those kids, and then supplementing with kids from the portal is still going to be the way to go. Now, everybody has different opinions on that. That's just what I believe. There may be coaches that don't believe in that, but I would still say the focal point for people is going to be high school. Where it's really going to change is, I like to say, with the portal and the NIL, I really think the blue bloods, it's going to be harder to play as freshmen and play as sophomores at some of these blue blood programs, because they have the access to go get proven
collegiate football players to play over the freshmen. So I think what you may see is slowly over this time, as high school kids start to adjust to what's actually happening, you may see some of the high 4 stars, the 5 stars. You may see some of the high school kids choose to maybe not go to as many of the blue bloods and maybe go to other programs where they could play earlier in a program that can't just go get a NFL guy in the portal to come play over them at a young age because they want to play. So I do see like us maybe being able to sign higher classes and get some really, really elite high school kids that want to get on the field early and know that they can't do that in the portal era at some of these other places.
Yeah, I think, Coach, that's the saving grace right there, that these young men, can come in and start playing as a freshman and sophomore and realize, look, the grass is never greener on the other side, right? But so they can start playing. To that standpoint, look, can we talk a little football? Like, how about your spring football drills? How'd that go this year as opposed to last year? Let's talk a little football on the field, if you don't mind.
Oh, yeah, we're way bigger. I mean, if anybody I think who came out to a practice or saw us, I mean, we're way bigger. It's not even a comparable team from a size perspective. We're a deeper football team. Last year we had no depth, and that showed up in the second half of games, and it showed up in the last 5 games of the season, is we were down guys and we had no depth. I think this year we are bigger and we're deeper. And I think that's going to keep us in games longer. I think we're going to be able to run the football. I think we're going to be able to impact the passer with our front. And then I think at the skill positions, we have some length. And that was something we didn't have last year across the board. But this year at our safety and nickel spot, we have some length. And, length creates turnovers when you're on defense.
Kenny,
and we have length and we have ball skills.
Kenny, you were the OC, obviously, at Oregon in the Pac-12 before taking over at ASU. How devastated were you that the Pac-12 folded? And now, have you at least processed in your mind that you have made that transition into the Big 12 conference?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, born and raised here, I'm a Pac-12 guy. So that sucks, right? It's the history and what I grew up watching. But at the same token, for me as the head coach, not the fan that I once was, but the head coach here, to see the opportunity that ASU has going into a conference and where we sit regionally allows us now to go into Texas and recruit kids, still go into Cali and recruit the kids we've always recruited. So it really puts us in this really unique space from a recruiting standpoint to where we're fairly attractive to two of the best places to recruit in all of the country. And that's Texas because the conference we play in, but California because our proximity to them. So from a coach in me, I really think it's a good move for us, for the football team, and for the future. For the fan that grew up watching ball, it was sad to see it go. But college football is constantly changing. You just got to adapt at the times and
1 minute,
move and shake a little bit.
Coach, last one. Do you feel you're making some progress getting the alumni engaged?
I do. We've had more guys out this spring. We had the 96 team out this spring. They spoke to the team, some of the guys. We're slowly getting people to understand that they're welcome at any practice, that they're welcome around the facility, that not only are they welcome, we want them around. I want our guys to see the past, to see what was here, to see what Arizona State football is. So I do think we're making headway. As much headway as I would like, no, to be honest. We're not where I want to be with the alumni and with those guys coming around and those guys feeling wanted. And I have to do a better job in that, educating people that I want guys around this program. So that's an area we got to continue to improve on.
Coach, thanks for some time today. Appreciate you.
I appreciate y'all having me. Go Devils.
That's the head coach, Sun Devils, Kenny Dillingham here on Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B, Fox Sports 910. Appreciate him joining us as we're coming to you live from Twin Peaks, Deer Valley. Next, if you haven't heard, Frank Vogel is out, Suns head coach. We'll talk about it next. This is Fox Sports 910.
Clear.
Valley traffic from the Valley Toyota Dealers Traffic Center.
101 Pima Freeway westbound. This is east of Cave Creek Road. We have a disabled vehicle blocking up the shoulder. 17 southbound off-ramp to 19th Avenue have a crash off right. And 10 westbound off-ramp to Broadway, we have an accident.
This report is sponsored by New Vision Auto Glass.
Tired of looking through a windshield with a crack or chip in it?
Get it replaced with New Vision Auto Glass. Qualifying customers can get up to $375 cash back and a free dinner at Revisio Grill.
NewVisionAutoglass.com.
480-210-9090.
There's something that binds us all. The constant hunger to improve. The obsession with every detail, and the reward of a custom fitting taking your game to a whole new level. We're all bound by two words said by golfers worldwide. Schedule your fitting at Vans Golf Shops. Find your local store at worldwidegolf.com. Get there.
What's up, guys? Jason Payne, owner of State 48 Roofing. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook, #SexyRoofStatus. At State 48 Roofing, we are family owned and operated, born and raised in Arizona. We'd love to give back to our schools and community. Contact us at state48roofing.com.
Have you been arrested for something you didn't do? When your liberty is on the line, you need an aggressive, experienced attorney to defend your rights. Lerner & Rowe Law Group is the firm you can trust with your freedom. Our criminal defense attorneys have represented thousands of clients across the state, and with our affordable payment plans, you can get the defense you need immediately. If you've been wrongly charged with a crime, time is not on your side. Call Lerner & Rowe today for a free consultation. We're available to help you 24/7.
Lerner & Rowe is the way to go. Call 977-1900.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Life's a sprint, and you need a quick pick-me-up. Meet G2G Protein Bars, the ultimate grab-and-go meal replacement. Whether you're hustling in the office, enjoying a day on the links, or conquering the daily grind, G2G is your perfect fuel. Score an 8-pack at your local Costco's refrigerated section, or explore amazing flavors at G2GBar.com. Quick, delicious, and power-packed. G2G Protein Bars, setting the pace for your energetic lifestyle.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
The Suns have fired head coach Frank Vogel after just 1 year. The team was swept out of the playoffs by Minnesota in the first round after going 49-33. Cardinals linebacker B.J. Ojulari will wear the number 9 after giving rookie wideout Marvin Harrison Jr. his original jersey number of 18. The NBA suspends the Bucks' Patrick Beverley 4 games due to bad behavior towards Pacers fans in last week's Game 6 series-ending loss. I'm Frank Garrity.
This is 3-time Pro Bowler LeVar Arrington. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Macy's Backstage. Mother's Day is coming up, and Macy's Backstage has amazing deals on great gifts that mom is going to love. All for $15 and under. Get low prices every day at Macy's Backstage. Find a store near you today at Macy'sBackstage.com. Off price, on trend, arriving daily.
It's Thursday, and the guys Twin Peaks Deer Valley located in the Deer Valley. It's the Lerner & Rowe. One call, that's all. Call of the day. If you're looking
Carlisle from last night, and then you can go into Sun stuff.
all right. That's all. 602.
Yeah, I saw your text.
19.
All good, all good.
Yeah, we're
Lerner & Rowe, voted Arizona's best law firm.
I'm always talking to our guys about not making it about the officials. But you know, we deserve a fair shot, you know, and it's just not there's not a consistent balance, and that's disappointing.
Pacers head coach Rick Carlisle, after last night's loss, was a little upset with the officiating as they're now down 2-0.
Cry me a river. Go play some
Knickerbockers.
Go be a little more aggressive. Go pound the rebounding. Don't
no, come on now.
Right.
No.
That's right.
You said it. 2-0. The Knicks are up on the Pacers. That's right. Say it again, Rob. 2-0.
Well, I guess I'll give you this. 29 years you've been dealing with a team that has never won anything. So
That's right. So I'm listening. 2-0
Let him
in the
have
Western
his due,
in the Eastern Conference. I'm taking.
No, but
let's go.
yesterday I was listening. I mean, I think that the button must be worn out as much he hit it yesterday.
He wasn't
People say-
alive when Willis Reed came through.
Yeah, that was 54 years
Or
ago.
Joe Willie Namath.
Yeah,
We used
the
it
amazing
so
Mets.
much the one day I had to actually put it on my wall of sound because I had to keep finding it. So I had to put it on the wall so I could see it.
Hey, if you are just getting out of work or maybe your phone's dead, the Suns have fired Frank Vogel after just one season. Of course, I think there were huge expectations going into the season with Bradley Beal being added, Kevin Durant last year with Devin Booker. They finished 49-33. It's kind of a roller coaster season. But here it is. He's now out, and he is the scapegoat. I think it's pretty safe to say. I think we all collectively feel the same, that he is the scapegoat. This team was constructed by James Jones and Matt Ishbia. You got to give him credit with Grayson Allen and Nurkic. They put together a pretty good team on paper.
They did on paper.
And unfortunately, these three guys, the big three as we like to call them, just didn't really dominate and overwhelm anybody like we thought they would.
Well, and I think the lack of inconsistency was one of the things that a lot of people talk about. Turnovers, fourth quarter collapses. I mean, there's so many things that go with this team, but yet they still won 49 games. But to have that complete collapse in the playoffs and lose by an average of 13 to 15 points, aside from the last game, they lost by 6. There's culpability to go around for everybody.
I agree.
The players, the coaching, the GM, all the above, because it's just not Frank Vogel. But the thing that was constant was, if he was this defensive guru, why could he not get him to buy in, Jimmy? Why couldn't he get these guys to buy in on switches and attacking? I mean, getting out there on the perimeter. Was something amiss with guys not wanting to?
There you go. That's it. They did not want to play that style of ball, Manuch. They just did. They are veteran players who did not find that style of ball appealing to what their skill set is.
Well, and then the teams like Minnesota and New York bought into their defense, and they're moving on. So it sounds like these three players, this team. Well, Grayson was your best defensive player.
I agree.
On the perimeter. I think they need to buy in on. Look, if we're gonna continue this and move forward, we got to buy into playing some D, rebounding, not turning the ball over. To your point, go get the point guard, go get the backup guy that can control the ball.
Let me ask you, if they would have got past Minnesota, how do you think the narrative would have been after the season? Say if they got swept in the second round, not the first.
Okay.
So I think it would have softened the blow a little bit.
Yeah.
Not a lot.
You think he would have, Matt Ishbia would have still made this
well,
decision?
No, I don't. I think he
Give him another year?
Yes. That's
so do you think that was the turning point, was the sweep?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I do. I mean, not to even win a game. I think that was really the determining factor. Said they went 7 games, and Minnesota's clearly proven to the owner that they're the better team.
But look at Minnesota, how good they are.
They are.
Sure. Yeah.
They could end up getting into the finals.
But here's what I think.
And win it.
Also happens. Matt Ishbia is probably thinking they're going, and this is his fan hat, going, we kicked their butt. We were 3-0 versus them during the regular season, and we kicked their butt. Where was the adjustments when they kicked our butt the first 2 games? Why wasn't this staff making adjustments when we literally smoked them in 3 games during the regular season?
The only game I saw, Manuch, where the players on the court truly bought in was game 4. That was it.
Well, and
they truly bought in to trying to play defense and trying to win that game.
And let me add to this, the very last game of the season, when they had to beat the Minnesota Timberwolves to get into the regular playoff scenario, they had energy, they brought it, they win by 15.
Yep.
And then the playoffs stop, and you see a completely more lethargic team.
Correct.
So HB's going, no, wait a second. We smoke them, we beat them, but we come out flat. Okay, who's got to get him ready to go? Well, who's got to, you know what I mean? He's got his fan hat going, hey, Frank, you crushed him. We win the last game of the season. We win 7 out of the last 10 games of the season to get into the regular playoffs. What happened between then and you had a week off? Okay, you rested. Shouldn't you come back with more energy? Should you not come back with more?
They had plenty
zeal?
of time off. They had plenty
of time off. But all of a sudden, the Timberwolves make the adjustments.
Correct.
And he didn't, or the players didn't buy in. Whatever it is, I think he's going, that's inexcusable. I kicked their butts, or we kicked their butts. And he's not seeing that happen in the playoffs.
That's more than fair. By the way, remember, Rock, you said at the beginning when this took place today, you said that Ishbia had somebody in his pocket. This will make Manuch happy. It is Budenholzer who is the prime target, according to Wojo at ESPN. He's already working to assemble a coaching staff.
All right, so Budenholzer will be the new head coach. Okay.
Go get him. He's still going to need some help on that bench. He's going to need some help on philosophy.
Point guard.
He's going to need some.
That's all they need.
You know what?
Heck with the philosophy. Just get a point guard.
Amen. He had the team NBA worst turnover team that made the playoffs.
Yes.
The worst fourth quarter team in the NBA. They made the playoffs.
They did.
So common denominator might be, hey, that point guard. And how about a little bit of defense mixed in with your offense?
All right. Now here's
the other two was how many did you hear in the offseason? Too much ISO ball.
Yeah.
From those three.
I'm with you on that 100%. But here's the problem. Who are you going to get to fill that spot? And what do you have if you try to make some sort of trade for a legitimate veteran solid point guard? What is it going to cost you? Since you don't have much to deal with, Rock already detailed they lost all their draft picks.
35 draft picks for the last 7 years.
Yes.
Let's go into
unbelievable.
Let's go to the 2030s.
Yeah.
How about future draft picks?
Yeah, but here's the deal: you can trade some guys to get some picks.
Sure,
you
can. Yeah.
Yeah, but Budenholzer, he makes the most sense. Clearly, a title just a few years ago, had success in Atlanta. He's got 4 rings with San Antonio as his assistant, 2-time coach of the year. I mean, I can go on and on accolades. I think this makes the most sense. I'm just surprised that LA Lakers didn't take him, but maybe that's LeBron doesn't want him.
Maybe.
And I think at this point,
you wonder. Also, let me ask you real quick. I'm sorry. Do you feel that Matt Ishbia is having a conversation with Durant and Booker on who the next coach is?
Absolutely.
I'm sure he has. If he wanted the feedback on Frank Vogel, I would think he'd get some feedback on whomever they hire. If it's Mike Budenholzer or whatever, not that he has to have their sign off, but he wants to say, look, guys, we're in this together. Okay. Frank wasn't working for whatever reason, but if we're going to go get somebody, we've got to make it work. If I go get a Budenholzer, we got to make this thing. Everybody's going to be bought in to whatever their roles are going to be. And move this thing forward, because what happened this year is inexcusable. And I'd say to him, I'm putting this on you guys on top of it. And I think with Budenholzer, that he's got the cachet or the clout to turn down an interview for teams like the Lakers. Say, look, that's not a fit for me. I don't want to go in there and have this player, great player, one of the best of all time, dictate to me how to run a team or how to run an offense. If that's the narrative.
The thing is, too, I think Budenholzer looks at the Phoenix job. He was up for the Brooklyn job. He's probably been up for the LA job. Those are 2 gigantic markets.
Sure.
Do you really want to deal with
1 minute?
The media, everything that comes along with New York and LA.
That is correct.
Go to Phoenix, media soft here.
Yes.
No one's going to challenge them. No one's going to throw them under the bus when they're 2-10. It's a great market, not to mention he's got history here. His dad's a legendary coach in the state. I mean, it makes sense, of course, if that's what he's looking for. But to your point, Manuch, he could probably have picked his job.
Sure.
I
mean,
mean,
think so. I mean, if you put a $5, $6, $7, $8, $9 million, whatever, not gonna get Monty Williams money. Nobody will. But I think that he's earned the right to say, look, if I'm going to get back into it as a head coach, I want to get back into it where there's a solid owner. I've got a good, solid group of players that I can go in there. And it's interesting you bring up small markets, Milwaukee, San Antonio. Well, Phoenix, a large market, but this would be the largest market he's coached in from that standpoint. Well, Atlanta. But I look at it going, you know what? I can sit back and turn down stuff till I get back into it and find the right scenario. And I'm sure if they do hire Mike Budenholzer, he's put his 2 cents on the table to Matt Ishbia and James Jones. Said, look, guys, if I'm coming in, here's what I need or I'd like to have my voice as part of me coaching this team. I've been watching the Suns. Here's what I see. This is what I see as a formula to success. Hopefully they listen to him.
It's good that he had a year off. I bet that just kind of gets that match lit under your, you know what, that, okay, I watch from afar. I missed the game clearly. He's been doing it for so many years.
Right.
Now he can come in and take over a team that's, it's like driving a Lexus right now. It's not like he's coming in to a team that's got the first round pick.
Right.
He's coming into a pretty well-oiled machine. Just got to get him to
49
work.
Games.
Yeah,
49
that's big.
games. By the way, Frank Vogel gets a cool $25 million, which he is owed for the rest of his contract.
Is that
it's just so screwed up how that industry is.
Yep.
You get fired and you get paid. That's a hell of a severance.
Yeah.
That's a lovely parting gift, right?
Hey, hey, I need you to come to my office, coach. Hey, sorry. We're gonna go a different direction. Here's your check to say goodbye. And
25
million.
less the taxes. It's a $12.5 million check.
Jeez. Hey, rookie mini campus here. We're gonna shift to some NFL football, specifically the Arizona Cardinals, as Howard Balzer will join us next here on Fox Sports 910.
Clear.
Here's what's trending on Fox Sports 910 Phoenix.
It's the end of the line for Frank Vogel as Suns coach. He was fired today after just 1 year. The team went 49-33 in the regular season, but then were swept by the Timberwolves in the first round of the playoffs. Paul Sewald notched his first save since returning to the lineup. The D-backs beat the Reds 5-4. They get the series sweep. Cardinals linebacker B.J. Ojulari will wear the number 9 after giving rookie wideout Marvin Harrison Jr. his original jersey number 18. Rookie minicamp starts tomorrow, and the Mercury play the L.A. Sparks tomorrow in their final preseason game. I'm Frank Garrity on Fox Sports 910, available everywhere on the free iHeartRadio app.
This is the Parker & Sons Weather Center. For all your AC, plumbing, and electric needs, call Parker.
For tonight, look for mostly clear skies, temperatures dipping down into the low 60s. And then for your Friday, mostly sunny skies, low 90s with plenty of sun and some breezier conditions. For the Fox 10 weather experts, I'm Ty Brennan.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. Need to hire? You need Indeed. Their all-in-one platform helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. And Indeed's interview tool lets you schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from their website. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
There are many signs that you may be in financial trouble. Late mortgage payments, paying bills from your retirement account, or paying one credit card with another. If you're experiencing financial hardship, bankruptcy may be right for you. The credit industry wants you to believe that bankruptcy is bad and will destroy your credit forever, but that's just not true. At Lerner Rowe Law Group, we'll take the time to carefully examine your situation and develop a plan that is right for you. Call Lerner Rowe Law Group today for a free consultation.
Lerner and Rowe is the way to go. Call 977-1900.
Sean Forster, managing attorney.
Looking for a change in your career? All City Towing is searching for motivated teammates to join their team. Current openings now available in customer service, tow truck operators, yard management, facilities maintenance, and dispatch. Apply online at allcitytowing.com/careers or call 480-833-7278.
When it comes to men getting a vasectomy, you want to ensure you go to the experts. So call Purely Vasectomies. Purely Vasectomies. They're easy, comfortable, and convenient. They have single appointment options with a same-day consultation and vasectomy. Plus, there are 3 Valley locations. Their experienced specialists take the time to answer all your questions. They offer sedation to keep you comfortable, and most men can return to work next day. Call Purely Vasectomies at 844-NO-SPERM.
Looking to step up your Mother's Day flowers? The Home Depot has an idea. Let Mom's Green Thumb do some digging with colorful flowers, pots, and premium soils to bring out the most in her patios, walkways, and gardens. Right now, get Vigoro potting soil just $8.97 for strong, healthy, vibrant plants, indoors and outside. Shop our wide selection online and pick up your order in-store and give Mom the gift of a beautiful garden. Get Vigoro potting soil just $8.97 at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. See homedepot.com/delivery for details.
Family Talk with Straight Talk.
You give and you give. It's time to get with Straight Talk Wireless. You get a reliable 5G network and unlimited data, and you get to choose who joins your family plan starting as low as $25 a line. Does it have to be family? It can be family or people you like.
Get more lines and more savings. Switch to Straight Talk for family plans starting as low as $25 a line per month for 4 lines. Find us at Walmart and straighttalk.com. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com. Family plan discount with 4 lines, all on the Silver Unlimited plan. Taxes and fees apply.
Mother's Day is coming up, and Macy's Backstage has amazing deals on great gifts that mom is going to love, all for $15 and under. Get low prices every day at Macy's Backstage. Find a store near you today at macy'sbackstage.com. Off price, on trend, arriving daily.
Thursday, and the guys are live at Twin Peaks Deer Valley, located in the Deer Valley Town Center. He's been covering the National Football League for close to 50 years. A longtime NFL writer, broadcaster, and Hall of Fame voter, Howard Balzer. Now on Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B on Fox Sports 910.
That's right. Howard joins us now from Birmingham, Alabama, as Lindy Sports, the sports magazine, which has been around since the early 80s, located there in Birmingham. He's doing the finishing touches, as I believe the release date is June 10th, and he joins us now on the Right to It guest line. So what goes into the final touches of the magazine?
Well, these I'll just say this. These 2 weeks are the most grinding weeks that I have all year, because we turn around virtually 90%, maybe more, of the magazine in the day after right in the 2 weeks after the draft, and it all comes across my desk. And so I get all the info to them, and then this week is spent proofreading and doing this and that. And the real final things, as I think one of the most unique things we have in our magazine, although it's obviously going to be unique now, guys, because we are the only preview magazine that is still publishing. I've been told that Athlon will not do a pro football preview magazine this year. So at one time, Lindy Davis told me, at one time over the years, there's been as many as 12 companies that did pro football previews, and now it's us. So, but the one thing that was always unique about us was the full page roster we have on each team, that not only has the roster, obviously, and all the nuts and bolts, but has a one-line comment on every player. Well, I shouldn't say every, but some of the comments for each team. And so one of the last things that I do is taking all those comments. I have all the computers in all the rosters in my computer, and then cut and paste all the comments into those rosters. So it's a busy time. Glad when it's over, but yeah, we're putting the finishing touches on. Although I will say this, you mentioned June 10th as our print date, and we're hoping that, or at least on sale date, we're hoping that will still be the case, because we've had to delay the printing because the NFL hasn't announced the schedule yet, and it was pushed back to next week. And so we're going to have the whole magazine done by the weekend, except for the schedule. And then when we get it, we'll slot that in and get it to the printer and hope we're not too late in being on sale.
I think that's the fun of it. We'd gather all those magazines, and remember, my dad was alive. He'd get all 12 of them, Howard. He'd grab all of them. And even I would grab a couple here and there, following some of the teams. But I mean, that's kind of like a rite of passage, is it not, to go get your Lindy's for the year now that Athlon and some of the others are gone? You guys are the last of the Mohicans.
Yeah, but we definitely are. And a lot of people, like you said, some would buy, multiple ones. And, but we're like I said, we're the only ones there. I'll tell you a quick ironic story. You mentioned the 80s. When I was at the Sporting News, and I started there in 1978 and started doing covering the NFL and doing a page column for them the following year. And so I went to them with an idea. And at the time there was Street and Smiths, and there was, I don't remember who else was there at the time, but I said, I suggested that we do a pro football preview magazine that I think would be a big seller. Well, they were a little conservative, and they thought about it for a while, and then they decided not to do it, right? Well, then I did a little reverse psychology. I suggested to them, well, everyone thinks of the Sporting News as the baseball Bible, right? We should at least have a baseball preview and give that a shot and see what happens. Well, they agreed to do that, and it sold so well that when they got the sale numbers in and everything, they came to me and said, okay, we're going to do football. And that's what started the Sporting News football preview magazine, which I did. So I think that was 81 or 82, somewhere in there. So I've been doing these for over 40 years, first with the Sporting News, and then when I left the Sporting News, started up with Lindy. So it's been a long, long run, and I see how long I can continue doing it.
Are the covers different per market?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
they're still doing that.
There are two combined covers in New York. There's a picture of the Giants and the Jets are combined on a cover, and then there's a combined cover with the Chargers and the Rams. But other than that, every city, every team gets its own cover, and they get flown around the country. And I'll tell you, I salute Lindy Davis for staying in the game. I mean, he's a warrior and he's a traditional guy, and I'm happy as long as he keeps doing it.
So can you tell us who's going to be on the cover here in Arizona so I can make some bets with some of my buddies? Say it's going to be Murray or it's going to be Harrison Jr. or whomever it may be.
Well, it's funny. I had a tough decision last year because I was going to put Buda Baker on the cover.
Okay.
And then I started thinking, well, suppose he gets traded. Because I remember back in the 90s, I had Phil Simms on the Giants cover, and then they all of a sudden surprisingly cut him about 3 weeks after the magazine had gone to the printer. So I'm thinking, oh, my goodness, this thing's going to hit the newsstands. He's not even going to be on the team. So I couldn't take the chance of Buda not being there. So I put James Conner on. But this year I've gone back to the well, and it will be a little tease. It will be Kyler on the cover of the Cardinals magazine.
I think you're safe with that one.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm real curious because,
Turn him up.
because of what's going on right now in the National Football League, and with the camps starting, the rookie camps now beginning, Howard, does that influence anything at all that goes into the magazine? Like, for an example, a player gets hurt at a mini camp and he can't play the rest of the year, something like that.
If there's something major, yes, it can affect it, and we'll try to make the change. But it gets tough when we get into this very intensive week. If something happens, somebody gets, unless it's something major, people don't realize it's not just that can affect 5 different pages. It can affect the roster. It can affect the position by position. It can affect, a few other spots in the magazine. And so I've reached the realization that it's tough to scramble and make that change, because the reality is once it goes to the printer, there's going to be changes after that we don't get to anyway.
Right.
And so, but it would have to be, like I said, it would have to be, pretty major for, to go in and start changing a whole bunch of stuff on teams. And, usually there's been a bunch of players signing this week, nothing really major. And so, but obviously those things will affect the teams, but you can only do so much in the magazine. But it's one thing that we decided to do. It's another unique thing we do. We have a page roster in the magazine that we call the homeless roster. And those are players. There's about 160 of them on the page. Those are players that I determine that aren't on teams when we go to the printer. But I say, oh, these are the guys that have the best chance of landing somewhere this season. And I usually go back and look at it, and about half of them will.
Wow.
It's just the way the NFL is, because of players continuing to be signed. And, not only now, but after training camp starts, some guys sign, and it's just the way the league is.
And we got about a minute left. Is there a big name that you can remember that was on the homeless roster that ended up playing great for a particular team?
Ooh. Yeah, off the top of my head, it's hard to say. There probably has been. I don't know if I would say playing great, but I'm sure there's been guys who have been productive, for their teams when they came in. Because sometimes, like a guy like I'm just thinking this year, Tyler Boyd, who's been an unsigned free agent all year. Now, he's not going to do great where he went to a new team, but I mean, he's going to be one of those guys that could really help a team. So there will be some, but I can't remember any off the top of my head where they just had just a huge impact on a team. But who knows? There might be one. Maybe I have to go back and look at all the homeless rosters.
Homeless. That's great.
That's great.
Howard, very interesting stuff, man. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. Safe travels on the way back to Phoenix.
Thanks. Appreciate it. Take care, guys.
Howard Balzer joining us again. Lindy's magazine, the football magazine. You know what it is. You see it everywhere. As it'll be out in June, at least the June 10th is when it comes out. I always wonder why they work so hard to get it out. Why couldn't it come out in July? Or even August once training camp, gets underway.
I think what they want to do is here's our teams as is. If it came out in July, there might be some cuts or things going on.
I understand it,
so
but in our world where everything is on this computer, you get stuff in real time.
What else is going on?
Well, they have a college football one as well that they're probably working on.
Have
at some point, they have to stop that one to finish up the college football one, which is my
Still
guess.
I get it, but why wouldn't you want to go deeper into the? I would buy it in August if it was more, because I need it for my fantasy.
On that we could have asked this to who works on the magazine.
No, well, I didn't want to say, hey, I want to be kind of respectful. It's just magazines. There's a reason why there's only one left. People want stuff now, and in this world of fantasy, Shu knows it better than any of us. You need that information right now. So in real time,
in 2 weeks. I got a draft in 2 weeks for fantasy football.
Oh my God!
No, you don't. Come on, seriously?
Yes, I do. I have a 12-team Superflex Dynasty draft that is in about, I want to say, 17 days or so.
He needs therapy.
He does need
He
therapy.
needs
It's
therapy.
Superflex Dynasty League draft.
Oh my God!
Do you know what that is, Rock?
I have no clue.
No idea. Shoot, enlighten these three on what a 12-team Superflex Dynasty League.
Superflex means no kicker, no defense. You have another position mainly that's going to be another quarterback. Dynasty means that you keep the players year in and year out. You can protect the players, so you're not throwing everybody back. And 12 teams, those are the number of people that there are playing.
Shu, you need a life, dog.
No, he does. I think it's cool stuff.
No, keep going.
It's better than what you do every day, Jimmy.
What are you
Come
talking
on.
about? What I
Shu's
do?
got that's meaningful stuff.
I'm in the freaking gym, or I'm in the pool.
Whatever.
doing laps.
That's
Send us a picture. Send us a picture of you in the gym and you swimming and you shooting baskets because you embellish worse than Manuch.
I can show you the highlight.
I don't
You've
know.
seen 'em.
Send a photo of you playing from the ladies' tees as well. Jim.
The forward tees, Jack.
I don't play.
Come
football.
on.
Or
Yeah, he does.
stuffing a tennis ball when he's 5'3" in high school.
I did stuff at tennis.
Yeah,
ball. Whatever.
We're out here at Twin Peaks. We appreciate Howard for. We'll tell you what's on tap. Roc and Manuch, Jimmy B, Fox Sports 910.
Clear traffic from the Valley Toyota Dealers Traffic Center.
1 Price Freeway southbound near Chandler Boulevard. Right lane is blocked by an accident there. Also 10 westbound on-ramp from northbound 51. They've just cleared an accident there. And 91st Avenue at Beardsley a wreck.
This report is sponsored by Precision Air and Plumbing.
For over 25 years, Precision has delivered top-notch service. Get our drain cleaning special for just $59.95. You can expect fair prices and quality work done by experts. Call us today at 602-765-PIPE.
Hey, this is Kelly Cooper. Are you ready for the ultimate sports experience? Look no further than BKD's Backyard Joint. At BKD's, we're the destination for the best food, drinks, and sports experience in the Valley. Located at the corner of Pecos and McQueen and Chandler, BKD's Backyard Joint, where every day is game day.
When you use your electric vehicle in autopilot or self-driving mode, accidents can still happen. Whether you're considered at fault or not, you may still have a claim. Lerner & Rowe has a dedicated team skilled in this new science. We are the first law firm in America with the ability to review the proprietary software and hold electric vehicle manufacturers responsible. If you or a loved one were injured in an electric vehicle accident, call Lerner & Rowe today.
Lerner & Rowe is the way to go. Call 977-1900.
Do you ever have a case of the Mondays?
You won't if you tune in to Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B from 1 till 4 as they broadcast live from the CAZ Sportsbook at the CAZ Sports Bar. That's every Monday from Casino, Arizona.
The Carlisle, Arizona Women's Golf Classic is here May 6th through the 12th with the biggest purse on tour. The best women golfers on the Epson Tour will be at TPC Scottsdale's Champions Course, brought to you by the Carlisle Companies. Get close-up access to the future of women's golf. May 6th through the 12th at TPC Scottsdale's Champions Course. Go to CarlisleLPGA.com for tickets. CarlisleLPGA.com. Whatever you do, be there.
Every business faces challenges, but complicated, expensive, and uncertain shipping shouldn't be one of them.
With USPS Ground Advantage from the United States Postal Service, you can avoid all the noise. No more unexpected surcharges, hidden fees, or complex rate structures. It's just easy, cost-effective, and dependable shipping. Tune your business's frequency to success and turn shipping to your advantage. Learn how at USPS.com/advantage. USPS Ground Advantage. Simple, affordable, reliable.
Is switching your wireless service to Total by Verizon easy? Totalmente. And you get unlimited 5G data, $25 a line for 4 lines on the unlimited plan, at an amazing price with no contracts. Should you switch to Total by Verizon? Definitely. Totalmente. Find a store or switch suavemente at totalbyverizon.com. Monthly rate when you activate without a pay plus taxes and fees. Discount begins the month after you enroll. Additional terms apply. See website for management practices.
It's Thursday, and the guys are live at Twin Peaks Deer Valley, located in the Deer Valley Town Center. The Drive with Jody Ayler, now in mornings. Tomorrow from 6 to 10 on Fox Sports 910.
Get to what's on tap, brought to you by the Roc and Manuch Lager and Amber, which is brewed by Huss. We got the Amber right now at the Arena Sports Grill in Scottsdale and BKD's Backyard Grill in Chandler. And then the Amber is, the Lager is in the Sports Bar, Casino, Arizona at Upper Crust in Phoenix. We're out here at Twin Peaks today, and a great place to watch all the games. When we got here I get here so early before 1 o'clock.
Yes, you do, man.
It was so packed. I mean, I couldn't believe how many people were for lunch. Now this happy hour crowd is already starting as it got underway at 3 o'clock. So, but here is what's on tap tonight to come on out to watch the games. You got Eastern semis, game 2, Cavs at Celtics. That gets underway in about 10 minutes on ESPN. In the West, Mavs at the Thunder. That is 6:30. And if you're into some hockey, Rangers at the Hurricanes, 4 o'clock on TNT, followed by the Avalanche and Stars, 6:30 TNT. Diamondbacks, they won today.
Yep.
Had an afternoon getaway game with Cincinnati, swept them. Now they head to Baltimore tomorrow.
Cincinnati's now lost 8 in a row. Thank you, D-backs, for putting 3 on them.
Timing's good.
It is.
You got to get if you can't win in your own division, you got to win in games outside division.
Maybe reality sets in that. Maybe they go in 2 out of 3 or get a game with Baltimore.
O's are really good.
First place O's
for
a 3-game series. Hey, folks, our State 40 Roofing, it's your call. Question of the day, very simple. Do you agree with the Suns firing of Frank Vogel? Just go to @Roc and Manuch on Twitter. Well, 75% said yes. 25% said no. You can still go on there and vote and get your tally.
You know, what I found funny about the NBA.
Did you laugh?
I did.
Okay.
I laughed at Shaq because they had the Joker on after he was announced a 3-time MVP. And Shaq said, I didn't vote for you. I voted for Gillius Alexander with Oklahoma City. And Joker very calmly said, well, that's fine.
It's your opinion.
It's your opinion. Yeah.
Yeah, we were going to play that sound. We didn't get to it today with Frank Vogel getting canned today.
Right.
But, I mean, you couldn't go wrong either one of those.
Well, you had Luka Doncic in the mix as well.
Yeah, you're right.
So those 3 guys really have been the best 3 guys all season long.
And the Joker he said, look, I'm bored with that talk. I'm here. We got to win.
Got to win.
Yeah, his whole thing. I like how he kind of phrased, I'm bored with that. Good. Your opinion.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the task at hand.
That's right.
So we talked a lot about Vogel being fired today by the Suns. It looks like Budenholzer is going to be the next coach. At least that's what's being reported. Nothing official, but sounds like that's the target. Beverly got 4 games today for what he did throwing that basketball in the stands. Another big story, Big Baby Davis, Glenn Big Baby Davis got 40 months in prison for a scam that he did, healthcare benefits plan scam. 22 people, 18 of them former players, have been sentenced in these following false medical claims. Like I think one thing for Davis, he 12, 13 grand for some dental work on some particular day, and he wasn't even in the state. He was in another state.
There was some serious scamming going on, that's for sure.
It's just amazing with all the money these guys make that they got to go.
I think what happens is they get addicted to all of a sudden they've got money coming in.
Sure.
No matter how it is, they get addicted. By the way, Patrick Beverly, there was a police report filed against Beverly. I mean, I don't know. You assaulted somebody with a basketball.
Oh no! Don't tell me somebody filed. That's
Yes,
ridiculous.
The police
that's,
are looking into it.
Yeah, I saw that last night. I was like,
Come
geez,
on.
You assault with a deadly weapon.
The person caught the basketball. It was another guy. He caught the basketball.
The intent was to kill him. I don't mean that in the wrong way. Let me just make sure I'm politically correct.
You're having a humorous
assault
moment.
with a deadly weapon.
A basketball.
That basketball. I mean, if that was the case, guys are tossing footballs in the stands.
Yeah.
Somebody hits them.
What about a golfer tosses a golf ball into the crowd?
I think.
Come on.
I think what a lot of athletes will do now is just hand it to somebody. From that standpoint, hey, tomorrow we'll be at Wright Toyota in Scottsdale. We'll catch up with our good buddy Glenn Clark, our former producer.
3 minutes.
In Baltimore. Mark McMillan, Mighty Mac, having a big fundraiser this weekend. Scott Spreitzer. Also, our good buddy Jax will be doing his rewind. And James Jones from FS1. We're talking about the National Football League.
I'm on assignment tomorrow. So if you guys want me to call in from the Wells Fargo Championship, I'd be more than happy. So my tax guys, listening, so I can justify this first class.
We don't want
to,
we don't want to interrupt your note taking while you're there, Rock, to make sure that you're,
Well, at least you can bring your phone into this tournament.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, it's okay. It's not like the Masters.
Here I am.
Or it's like the Phoenix Open. Even though the crowds, I think what they do a whole week at the Wells Fargo, which is called Quail Hollow, is the golf course.
Yes, that's
what
it.
they do in a week is like a Wednesday at the Phoenix Open.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it. Yeah.
That's amazing.
They do such a great job because it's so
2 minutes.
It's similar to if you've ever went to the senior tour up at Desert Mountain, where they got to bus you in. This is in a really high-end area as well,
community.
And you literally they bus you in from like miles and miles away.
They do.
Yeah, it's crazy, but they got it down.
Yeah.
I mean, the PGA Tour has got it down. So it's called Carowinds, which is like a great adventure, and it's pretty far. It's probably 20 miles.
Yeah,
And
probably.
you got to park there.
Yeah.
I mean, probably. How would you know?
Because I live
Jimmy,
there. I've
stop.
been to
When
that-
did you
I've
live
been-
in Charlotte?
I ran the radio station, WFNZ. I put it on the air. And
When is this? No, that wasn't on your resume when you applied here. I read your resume. There was nothing Charlotte on there. I would have saw that.
Jimmy, did you file a
You embellished
resume?
so
I am
much.
not. I ran that radio station. I did South
Would you
Carolina
ra-
football games. I did UNC Charlotte basketball.
Why? Let me ask you
games.
this.
Yeah,
You have like 50 different jobs.
I have.
Why
1 minute.
why'd you get fired so many times?
I didn't. I just kept moving to.
Where'd you
make
go
more
after
money.
Charlotte?
I went to Las Vegas.
Okay.
And then from Las Vegas to Buffalo to do the television network there on the Empire Sports Network.
So put that in your pipe and smoke it,
Yeah.
Rock.
No, it
Look
wasn't
at
on the
you.
resume.
I
I would have saw
look-
Charlotte. My
Here's
family
the
lives in Charlotte. I would have noticed WFNZ. I
Yeah.
listen to that station when I'm there. It's the only sports station in town.
Yeah,
Before we interviewed you, we scoured your resume.
30.
yeah, sure you did.
We did.
No, we did.
We did. We
You know how
literally
many?
did.
You know how many Roc and Manuch and we've had? We had and Shu and Crespin and how you. I mean, we gotta vet you guys.
We sat on the conference table. Brought you in,
Yeah.
and we hammered you for like 2 hours.
Well,
or so.
now you finally got the best one.
10.
Wow. We'll see you tomorrow, right, Toyota? Well, at least these guys will.
All right.